Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Passions Podcast, the podcast where we talk about the soap opera passions. I am your regular host, LeTara, back today with Jessica. Welcome back, Jessica. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm happy to be here.
We are happy to have you back. How'd you enjoy the episodes this week?
They were good. I'm trying to think of if I could sum it all up, like the whole thing. It was a lot of drama, but I feel like that's pretty much every week. So
yeah, it was a lot of drama. We finally got to a new day, y'all. Listen. Yesterday was Halloween. Today is Thanksgiving.
Yes, they do that though, right? They do that. They're like in a time warp kind of alternate dimension.
We stayed in that day that turned out to be Halloween at some point.
Yeah.
For, I don't know, 70 episodes. Like half of my season last season was just that one day, I feel like.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it gets, I think that actually starts to crack me up the most is when they do weird things like that, where they say the same thing again and again and again. It just becomes almost hysterical. Like,
yeah. So we are getting into 866 through 870. Yes.
Yes.
Thank the Lord. I had a
we're on the same page.
I had a slight sinking feeling that like maybe I had sent the wrong number or something like that.
I always feel like I might have watched the wrong ones.
I always get a little nervous, but
yeah, just in general, you mean?
Yeah, I'm just generally anxious. I'm just nervous all the fucking time. All right. Look at the world that we live in. Of course, you're nervous and anxious.
You'd be nuts if you weren't. Yeah, you're like something's lobotomized if you're not nervous.
Yeah. Yeah. So before we get into the episode, we're gonna say a good shout out to all of our patrons over on Patreon. Thank you to Munashe, Lisa S, Zach, Sid, Sarana, Randall, Hannah, Camelia, Jeanette, Eric, Jamie, Fantasia, Sean S, Larissa, Maria, Lisa A, Jessica Jean, who's here with us today, Laura, Karen, Uche, Paige, Casey, Garrinch, Tom Bergeron, Daisy, Shane, Kelly C, Taylor Harris Crane, DJ, Rodo, Lisa R, Acacia, Natalie, and Andrew. Thank you all so much. I'm gonna give y'all some applause. Thank you all so much for being patrons and hanging in there with me and, hanging out with me. We actually have, we have a watch party tomorrow, but by the time this airs, that will be the past. But we have some watch parties coming up September 15th, September 28th, I think. Let me not lie to y'all and say the right dates. Let me find them. So we have a watch party coming up on September 15th, September 25th, October 16th, and October 30th, all at 7 p.m. via Zoom. Just join the Patreon at any tier if you want to join in on the fun with us. And with that, I think we're good. We're going to move on with the show. Really big show, everybody. Really big show.
Really, really important show.
Huge show. And just a reminder, if you didn't listen last week and you don't know about the new format, we are doing two-parters now. All season long, two-parters. Super-sized episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get excited, people. Get excited. So we are going to be doing today, we're going to be talking about the troubled marriages, magic, and the Chad and Whitney storyline. Y'all really want to hang in here for us. Even if these aren't the storylines that you necessarily love the most, you want to stay with us today because, honey, the troubled marriages alone, troubled marriages and magic, Kay is MVP this week. Kay, Bennett, I love you.
I was a fan, definitely a fan of her.
I said, I need to make this girl a shirt. I put this on a t-shirt.
I'd wear it. She looks kind of like Priscilla Presley to me, like
she kind of does. Way. Yeah, especially in these episodes with her hair a little bit longer. Yeah.
Kind of up, but in weird, whatever.
Yeah.
Something better. But yeah, I was into her this week too.
Kay was MVP. I loved her. So I'm going to have to the only problem with Kay is there's like 5 actresses who play her. So which one do I put on a shirt?
I really love the first one. I feel like she doesn't deserve to be on the shirt. She's my favorite though, the first one.
I love the first one, but you know what? I think this is my favorite Kay.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just because of what she has to do in these episodes. Or
it becomes like who she is with this actress.
Yeah.
I just like the other one just reminded me so much of someone who would do something like that. She felt so real.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I liked her too, actually. I really liked her. And when they made the switch, I was like, okay. But she really grew on me.
I was very upset about the Gwen switch and about the Ethan switch. That really, I was like, I can't watch this anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I mean, I can. I got over it pretty quick. But
the Gwen switch, I can see. The Ethan switch, I agree with.
He's so dorky. Like are you saying you agree with the choice they made to change?
Yeah, I like our new Ethan.
I like the first one because he seems so like doofy. Like I just feel like I like that about him. It seemed hilarious.
I think that's what that's one of the things I kind of hated about him too, is like they had made him kind of affable, but he's really a terrible character. And I do think that Eric has the physicality of a man that you might look at and think, this man's gonna ruin my life.
Yes. Yeah, it makes you women want to die to be with him. His arms alone like say everything.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, acting the way Theresa acts for Travis, I'm sorry, not Travis, but first Ethan, you know, not that it's Travis Schultz proper or whatever, but like, nothing against the guy, but I don't see it for him as far as like, why would you act like that
around him?
But I mean, I would never humiliate myself the way that Theresa has for any man ever, honey. No. I barely, you know what? Let's not get into the man hating. Not gonna do it today. I love you, men. I love men.
Yeah.
All right. So, y'all, another thing we're gonna do today, I am going to try to insert clips. I believe, how many clips do I have today? I have a total of 17 clips. I may use them all, I may not. I'm going to try to get them all in though. So, if you're not watching on YouTube or Spotify, you might want to give it a try, because there will be clips inserted into the episodes. All right. So with that, we're going to get started with our troubled marriages. I guess I'll just...
You need like a crowd cheering too. All
right. Get on in there. So actually, are those like super loud?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Okay. I think they're okay. So. All right. So let's see. Trouble marriages. Here we go. We pick up with, obviously David and Ivy have been scheming to break up Grace and Sam. And David, of course, pretends he's like, oh, you're so awful, Ivy. I really think it's terrible what you're doing to Sam and Grace, but you're doing it. Then he's like, because then he's like, I think it's terrible. And then he gets off the phone with her and he's like, what? I can't believe I'm doing this, but it's all because I love you so much, Grace.
The way they talk about like you hear them rationalizing the actions they're doing, and I'm just always horrified. Like I'm always like, that doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah.
But I thought that he was not telling, like that he was going through with it because Ivy was gonna like, she's like forcing him to through blackmail. Isn't that why he's doing it?
She's technically blackmailing him. He's doing this of his own volition at this point.
He could totally do the right thing. Nothing's worth like, well, unless he murdered someone.
I think I brought this up last week. I believe he killed his actual wife, or there's something that he's responsible for her actual death. Right. But I said this last week, but I'm going to say it again. I'm pretty sure that lady's at the bottom of the ocean. I think she sank on that ship he said he lost all his pictures of Grace on. I think that's where she is.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, that lady's part of a coral reef. So yeah, yes, Ivy technically is blackmailing him, but there's been multiple times where he's like, saying he's going to not gonna do it, he's not gonna go through with her plan. He was ready to let Eve like blow it all up and everything, but when push comes to shove, all Ivy has to say is like, it's a perfect plan. You get Grace, I get Sam, John gets a mother, and I mean, yeah, and he caves, and he's just as despicable as Ivy is, if not worse. There's something so sinister about a person who puts on the pretense of being better than someone else, but still does all the same things, right? Puts on the pretense of being better than a criminal, but you still do all the criminal things.
Literally, yeah, because that means you're like a delusional criminal. That makes it worse.
Yeah. So I can't stand him. So anyway, Ivy does threaten him more with blackmail, but he was never not gonna do what he's been doing. So let's go through what they say. Ivy asks, what's going on? Have you gotten rid of Grace? Have you gotten rid of Grace yet? Is Sam on his way to me yet? And David says, no, unlike you, Ivy, I still feel guilty about what we're doing to Sam and Grace. It's wrong to tear them apart when they're building such a wonderful life for themselves. And then Ivy says, you want Grace and I want Sam. You want a mother for John and I want a father for Ethan. Ethan's a grown ass man. Yes, John is too, but I get it a little bit more on John because John has never had a mother.
Right.
But
isn't he like a teenager too?
He's a grown ass man because in these episodes, Grace makes a big deal about Kay not being able to drink wine, but John can. So he's at least 21.
Right. No, you're right. Okay. So they're both grown men they're grown men.
They're grown men. So yeah, I kind of get it for John that he's never had a mother. Fine.
Yeah. Okay.
But Ethan's like, he's very much grown. He's got enough going on. And it's not like he never had a father. He had a father. And now he still has Sam. Sam's like giving him good advice regularly.
He has like a dad to hang out with who's hot. Yeah. I feel like that makes it even better. I feel proud of him. I feel like an attractive father.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'd be like, stop looking at my dad.
Yeah, also that's true too.
But actually, I'm going to say this, and I hope my dad never hears this because it will go to his head. But one time, I think I posted something on Facebook for like Father's Day or his birthday or something, like posted his picture. And one of my friends from like high school sent me a message, like a direct message, like, is that really your father? And I was like, and my heart sank because I was like, uh-oh, do you know something about my dad? And I was like, yeah, that's my dad. And he was like, damn, he fine. I was like, okay, relax, first of all. First of all, relax. And I almost blocked them, but I didn't.
Inappropriate. Totally inappropriate.
So inappropriate. But anyway, David says, Ivy's talking about Ethan needing a father. As if she's some struggling single mother.
Right.
I need a father for my child.
Ethan has all these lessons he needs to be learned. Like, it's like, I think he's good. He's like, what's sex? It's like, he knows what sex is. He knows all the things. He
knows what sex is and just about nothing else. He definitely knows what sex is. He knocked up Gwen. He doesn't know anything else. So maybe he does need some guidance.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, so Ivy says, that's the bottom line. Get in there and do some more damage to Grace and Sam's marriage. Let's face it, John will have your giblets. What? Let's face it, John will have your giblets if he finds out that Grace isn't his mommy. And then David says, happy Thanksgiving, Ivy. Hope you choke on a turkey bone. And then he says to himself, oh, Grace, I never knew I'd stoop so low for love. Like, this isn't love. You're not in love with her. You're lying to her.
You're into the idea of dating her.
You are sabotaging her entire fucking life.
Right.
You are blowing up her entire life. Mm-hmm. You have caused a rift between her and her children, her and her husband. And she's supposed to like see that as an act of love just because you kind of like her and want to kiss her.
Crazy.
So, cut to Sam and Grace have an argument about Thanksgiving. So, Sam shows up with all the things that Grace needs for Thanksgiving
Right.
But somebody bought the last thing of vinegar. I guess she needed a bunch of vinegar for her Thanksgiving meal. What the fuck was she making?
I don't know. I don't know what that'd be used for.
He's like, sorry, somebody bought the last thing of vinegar. I can't remember. Maybe it was apple cider vinegar, but
I think it was apple cider, like apple cider.
oh, I thought he said vinegar. I was like,
it could have been. I don't know what the hell they were doing in there, but
yeah. But anyway, so he comes home with the supplies and everything, and he sees, oh, actually, everything's already been bought. And he says to Grace, like, who bought this? Where did this stuff come from? And she says David bought it. Oh my God, girl.
yes.
She says she asked him to get the things after last night. Reminder for everybody, last week or last night on Halloween, they had an argument at the wharf.
As it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had an argument at the wharf because Grace had seen Sam having a conversation where that was none of her fucking business.
Yeah.
And she listened in on a conversation between him and his son, Ethan, wherein he told Ethan the one regret he has in life is that he didn't get to raise Ethan. I don't think that's that bad. And the other thing that Grace was really upset about is that he said that if he had it all to do again, if he had known that Ivy was pregnant with his son, he would have done anything he could have done to marry her. And that upset Grace. I will say Laura made me give Grace a little grace last week. When she said it's not really about those specific words as much as it is about, like, I can't remember exactly what she said, but there was some hurt and it made sense. And I was like, okay, girl, I'm gonna still keep hating on Grace.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I guess like, yeah.
Yeah. So, so they have this whole conversation. She's upset. And he says, well, I left you a message on your phone to tell you I was going to get everything. And she's like, I didn't have the time to check my messages. Okay. What have you been doing?
Already totally winded up.
Because what have you been doing?
What have you been doing?
What have you been doing? It's not like you were parenting your kids. I mean, I guess she was taking care of John, but John was fine. He had a fever of 99. That's not even a fever.
No, it's not.
It's not even a fever. It's like, just take off your socks. You're fine.
Right. Just
you will cool off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so she wasn't parenting her other kids for sure. And in these episodes, she talks about how she has nothing but being a mother and a homemaker and a wife. Okay. So what were you doing that you couldn't answer your phone for your husband?
Right. It's like, yeah, isn't that part of your job if you're making his home or whatever the hell? I feel like she's being very passive aggressive to him and like gaslighting him when he confronts her about it. Basically, like he'll be like, why did you do that? It seemed kind of hurtful. And she'll be like, no, I just like had to do this over here. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like she's fucking with him a little. I don't know if she's doing it consciously, but.
So we will let y'all be the judge because this is clip number 1. This argument between Grace. This argument between Grace and Sam.
Don't start in on David. I asked him to get these things.
Why?
Because after last night, I didn't know if I could count on you.
Grace, I left you a phone message telling you to pick up everything like I always do.
Well, you know what, Sam? I didn't have time to check my messages today.
Grace has been great.
So why don't you shut your mouth? This is between me and my wife.
Technically, Sam, I'm David's wife. And don't start a fight with him. He has been nothing but helpful.
Oh, Tabitha said she is coming over.
Well, good. Look, David, would you make the punch?
What are you doing? I always make the punch.
Well, David can make it this year.
What is with you? This is our family, and we have traditions. And one of them is that I make the damn punch.
Don't snap at me, Sam. I wouldn't have made other arrangements if I knew I could count on you.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Well, you know what? Lately I've been wondering, who do you really consider to be your family? Is it us, or is it Ivy and Ethan?
Yeah.
Grace, you know the answer to that. You and our kids, are my top priority.
Really?
Yeah, really. Grace, I love you. Not Ivy.
You know what, Sam? That's what you say. But every time Ivy calls, you go running off to her, and it's the same thing with Ethan.
I don't go running to
You know what? It's not even the point. I have decided that I'm going to spend as much time with David and John as you do with Ivy and Ethan. Because I think that's fair. Don't you think that's fair?
I mean, okay, Grace.
I just want to flick David off the screen. Like he's
Oh my God.
so fucking. And the only reason I'm not going to talk a lot of shit about him is because I hate Antonio so much that I'm going to just save my wrath for him.
We could talk shit about all of them. That's what this is for.
Oh, that would be great. I would love that.
Yeah, that's what this is for. Please talk shit about David, because what do you mean Grace has been big? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and don't act like you're like, yeah, the audacity. And it's like he isn't really any of those things, and him so naturally slipping into it and playing the part. It's just like gross, dude.
Yeah. And then the whole thing with the punch, that was so irritating because she walks past Sam and stands in front of him to make a big show about asking David to make the punch in Sam's fucking house. This is Sam's house. If you want to do Thanksgiving with David, go to David's house at this point.
Yeah. Yes. Or if you want him to come, definitely don't make him the man of the house when your man of the house is right there. And also Sam is clearly so uncomfortable. And so it's like, it's just mean when you know he's uncomfortable with it. It's like, don't act like that.
Sam built this house with his own bare hands. His own bare hands and his own bare chest. I watched it myself like 25 times.
I watched it and rewatched it.
I watched it over and over again. And so for her to I don't know. You know why I hate Grace? Grace makes me defend a man too much. And I hate that.
Yes, I hear you. I totally know what you mean. Yeah, I kind of wanted to defend her. I used to, because she was so helpless, and I was like, okay, I know she's annoying, but I kind of feel bad for her. But now she's like, I don't know. I feel like she's trying to be a villain. She's definitely not a villain, but she's trying to have her villain era.
She's doing a very poor job. She's doing a poor impression of Ivy, right? Like she's doing a very poor job of baring her teeth, and it's like having little quips that she says, cutting. Yeah, she have you ever met someone who is objectively a nice person, and they're nice, but they're kind of dorky, kind of dweeby, and when they try to be mean, it's just silly. When they try to be mean, you're like, no, it's not landing, because you're not a mean girl. It's not who you are.
Right.
You're not Regina George.
Yeah. I can't think of anyone that I know like that, actually. But I can imagine it being weird and awkward.
I know a couple of people who are, I'm like, don't even bother trying to be mean, honey. It's not going to work. It doesn't land. It's like telling a bad joke. It won't land.
Yeah.
And so it just makes her look very shitty. It doesn't make her look cool in any way. I don't feel like, oh yeah, girl, get your get back, get your lick back. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the sass. I'm not feeling it. It feels very okay.
Yeah. Well, I only like it when women are powerful in what they're doing. They're getting power from what they're doing. That's a character I like to read about or see. And Grace is doing it and getting nothing out of it, and then usually crying and leaving the room. And it's like,
no, you make an excellent point. She's doing it to her detriment. It's only good when you're getting something out of it. It's only good. Yeah. But this is actually actively harming you and your relationship. What you say you want, you're only actively harming it.
Yeah.
And that's
one thing doing another thing.
Frustrating to watch. So, So Grace says all that nonsense. I'm going to start spending as much time with John and David as you do with Ivy and Ethan. Okay, girl, fine. You can spend as much time as you want to with those two wet rags. So y'all be three wet rags together.
Yeah, I want to hang out with the two of them.
Yeah. So at one point after this whole thing, Kay is like noticing that the rift between her parents is widening, and she says like she feels bad for her dad, but it's better for them to be fighting so that they can ignore her.
Yeah,
like,
I
so
love
that they
that.
won't
That's
bother
like,
her about Miguel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's so funny because she wants to be ignored, but she also is so upset at Grace for being ignored,
I
right?
think, like on a soul level, she's so angry that she was ignored, like on a deeper level. But like now, I think she just wants them to leave her the fuck alone because
Yeah.
she's pissed that they ignored her so long. Now
Yeah.
she's like, okay, I'm going to force you to ignore me.
And use it to her advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so at this point, everybody starts arriving to the Bennett home for Thanksgiving. John shows up. Also, I just want to note that Grace makes a statement about her tomato soup cake, because when we will get there, but TC is very angry about Whitney.
Oh my God. Ugh.
And Whitney doing poorly.
Out.
Oh God, he's
I was
disgusting.
in fight or flight the whole time watching that shit.
Yeah, no, it was dysregulating to say the least.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so TC's like, Sam tells her like TC's really angry, or somebody tells her TC's really angry, and she's like, as soon as he gets a slice of that tomato soup cake, all his troubles are gonna melt away, or some dumb shit like that. Like, okay, girl.
Okay, but
Please.
like, but maybe because that they won't stop talking about it, so maybe there is something to it.
There's not. I already tried it. There is not anything to that cake.
All right, I didn't know you tried it.
There's nothing to it. Okay, so where was it? Oh, everybody starts showing up for Thanksgiving dinner. John noticeably, good Lord, oh Lord, this is not good. This is not good. We're too early in for me to start making mistakes like this, because usually I start to trip over my words about 2 hours in.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Now it's like about 2 minutes in, and you're like,
John shows up, and Grace is like, oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad your fever broke. And he said, oh, those warm cloths you used really helped me break my fever of 99.
Yeah.
Of 99. If anything, the warm cloths were probably hotter than he was.
They probably gave you the fever. Like,
you gave me fever with your wet cloth. Yeah. So she's like, oh, I don't want you to get a chill. You should sit by the fireplace because you're still sick. So you should sit by the fireplace. She looks at Kay, who had already sat down, taken her spot for Thanksgiving in her house that she grew up in.
Yeah.
And I imagine she probably sits there. This is in my head. This is my head canon. This was not said. This is just LeTara. I feel like maybe she sits there every Thanksgiving. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I have my spot at Thanksgiving. Like, this is my seat. Get the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And so I wonder if she's just been sitting in that spot most of her life, and now Grace is giving it over to John. I wouldn't put it past Grace, right?
Okay, but she tells Grace in this episode several times that she feels like replaced and like but had she told her before this episode? Because like it's shocking that Grace would keep doing that at all. Like it's like, your daughter is feeling weird about that. So no, he won't sit by the fire. He can go sit on the floor by the fire. I don't know. We're just like, don't kick her out.
That is such a good point, Jessica. Yes, Kay has been expressing her sentiments to
how
Grace
it makes you feel, yeah,
for a while, to the point that they have argued about it. Like it didn't start that way that they were arguing. It really has naturally progressed and escalated. I think that's why when Kay has these big blowups at Grace, I have zero problem with it, because it started small and Grace just ignored it over and over again until it got to a boiling point. And now Kay's just a horrible child. And where did I go wrong to raise such a selfish child, right?
It's a narcissistic even. I don't think she is, but I'm just saying, like, having that kind of thing where it's like, you go against me, so you're a bad person instantly, like as if that changes your character from doing one over here. She's like, what, you're a rotten seed. And it's like, I just went against what you said 2 or 3 times. I'm not a rotten seed.
No, she's a young girl grappling with the fact that her life has changed in major ways over and over again in the last like 3 years. She has gained a cousin who's basically a sibling who took her, you know, who I don't want to say took her room, but in Kay's head, she took her room and she took her the love of her life, and now she feels like she took her mom, and now she also has 2 new brothers, right? Like, it's a lot for a kid to go through. Not to mention her house was dragged to hell. Now that was her fault, but it did happen.
Right. And it was hard for her.
It was hard for her. Yeah. So anyway, Kay gets up from, okay, sorry. Rewind. So Grace makes Kay get up, saying that John needs to sit by the fire because she doesn't want him to catch a chill. He might get cold. Kay's like, what if I get cold? She's like, well, you weren't just sick. And it's like, in my head, I was like, neither was he. He was fine. Yeah. He's a grown ass man who can't handle a 99-degree fever.
Yeah.
Ugh, yuck.
Yeah.
So Kay's annoyed, but she gets up. And then why is my next note? Grace urges Kay to behave and support Charity's wedding. I feel like this is magic stuff bleeding in. I meant to say my magic and my trouble marriages really kind of go together because so much of it includes Kay.
And
what'd you say?
Well, because Charity comes into it, you're saying it's magic.
Yes.
But I think what you were just going to say does apply to what we were talking about, though. When she like yanks her into another room and is like, you're going to do like that yelling at Kay stuff is like so bizarre and like, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I just want to make note that some of this stuff it weaves in and out.
Well,
it kind of weaves in and out. So we're going to go through. Yeah. We're going to keep with Sam and Grace and the trouble marriages stuff and just know that some of this stuff also will be mentioned in magic as well. Yes. So Kay, Charity, like I said, everybody shows up. Charity and Miguel show up, and she's been released from the hospital for the day. Basically, it's okay for her to go out now with Timmy's little heart. And they announced that they will be getting married on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I can't remember.
I feel like Christmas Day is too selfish for words.
I was about to say, either way, it's rude. Either way, it's fucking rude.
It truly is. Unless all your friends have no plans and are sad about it. That's the only reason you should do that.
Either way, it is extremely rude. Why would you have your wedding on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Yeah.
God. No offense to anybody who did that.
We're like, not you. What you did was cool. We're not.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. No offense. I hope you don't take. Let me say this. I hope you don't take offense, but I stand by how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I stand by how I feel about that. Why would you do that? That's people's special. People get 1 or 2 days off for the holidays, and you're gonna make them come to your wedding. Crazy. Okay, so they announced that they're getting married. Kay, of course, is very sour about it, and Grace pulls her to the side and is like, you need to straighten up, and you need to go in there and congratulate your cousin because Miguel never loved you. She didn't say that, but she's like, you need to go in there and congratulate your cousin. You need to straighten up. Kay's like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. And Grace is like, you better. And then she walks in there to congratulate her. I believe this is when Sam tells her to come and, yeah, my notes are out of order, but I believe this is when Sam tells her, hey, please, I know this isn't the perfect situation for you, but please go and give your best wishes to your cousin. Do it for your mother. She's put so much time and effort into this day. And Kay like kind of scoffs at that. And he's like, okay, if you don't want to do it for her, do it for me. And so then she goes inside and she just looks at them and goes, hey guys, good luck.
I love how simple and like yeah, she really gave them nothing.
Yeah.
Hey guys, hello, and that was it.
Yeah. Hey guys, good luck.
Probably not gonna make it, but good luck.
I just thought that was so funny. I'm just checking my notes because I don't know why
My notes are ridiculous. Look at my notes. They're just like nonsense. They're all out of order. I'm just like a tornado.
I have 16 pages of typed notes.
What the hell?
I know. It's like I was talking to somebody today about it, and they're like, "That's like doing homework." I was like, "Yeah, it's like doing graduate level homework."
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. Okay, so yes, they show up. They say they're gonna get married. Kay looks very sour. She's upset. Before she can say anything, Grace puts her hand over her mouth. She grabs her by her face like a psychopath, like a psycho killer. She's gonna chloroform her daughter.
Yeah.
She puts her hand over her face, pulls her out into like the, I don't know, entryway out of the living room. And she very sternly tells her, like, you need to go in there and congratulate them right now. Kay, of course, refuses. She's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then Grace says, well, I'm going to go and congratulate them, and I hope you follow me and go in there and do the same thing. And so she leaves, and Kay vows that she will never let Charity have Miguel. I will not let Miguel marry Charity. I swear it, is what she says. Okay. So then this is when Sam comes over to her, and he kindly asks his daughter, knowing and understanding that she has feelings for Miguel, says to her that she needs to go and wish Charity and Miguel well. He says, I know this isn't the best news that you could get, but try to put on a good face. And then he says, do it for your mother. And that doesn't work because she doesn't even like her mom right now.
Right.
And he says, well, if you don't want to do it for her, do it for me. And that's when she goes over to Charity and Miguel and just says, good luck. And Charity gleefully throws her arms around Kay. I don't know how Charity doesn't know that Kay is like gunning for her man at this point, because I mean, she's had premonitions about it, and sure, everybody's telling her it's bullshit, but she's had premonitions about it. And then two, literally Kay does not really fake it with her. She doesn't. No. She uses
a really nasty tone of voice. She'll answer the question, but she'll be like saying it in a nasty tone of voice, implying I hate you, and Charity doesn't know. She doesn't know.
Yeah. So we will come back to all the Charity Miguel stuff when we get to Magic.
Okay.
But after so after all of that happens, Grace pulls Kay to the kitchen. Oh, because Charity was going to ask her to be her maid of honor. Charity's going to ask her something.
Ask her to be her like bridesmaid, hopefully not her maid of honor.
Well, she had already asked her to be her maid of honor. They've already talked about this. Kay is going to be the maid of honor at this wedding, which is ridiculous. But she asked her something else. She says something else to her that I don't remember, and maybe we'll pull it up. But maybe it'll come up in the Magic when we get to the Magic portion. But she asks her something, and Kay, she steadies herself to say something. Like, it's clear that she
say the truth. How she really feels.
Yeah, she's like, Charity, actually, there's something I really need to tell you. And before she can get it out, Grace is like, oh, Kay, I need your help in the kitchen. Come with me to the kitchen.
I smell smoke.
Yeah, I smell smoke. That's what it is. I smell so. Come with me and check on this in the kitchen.
It made it super awkward. It wasn't awkward until Grace did that. Like,
Grace sucks.
She really does. And
so she pulls her into the kitchen, and I actually have this clip. This was great. So I think it might be a little long, but I think it's worth it. Let me find it.
What are you doing, Mother? I don't smell anything burning in here.
Neither do I.
Well, then why did you drag me in here?
Kay, you were about to spoil Charity's big day.
Oh, here we go again. You know, you care about everyone else so much more than you care about me.
That's just not true.
Yes, it is. You care about John, Charity, Jessica, everybody more than you've ever cared about me.
I do not.
Yes, you do. Charity's about to marry Miguel, the man that I love with all my heart. And you expect me to be happy for my stupid cousin?
Kay, you were just not understanding any of this.
I'm understanding it perfectly, Mother Dearest. You are a lying, lousy excuse for a mom.
Kay, that's enough. Apologize to your
David.
mother.
David.
Who the hell do you think you are,
Kay,
David?
stop it.
No! He is not my father, and I don't have to listen to anything he
I
says.
will not let you be rude to any adult. Now, you will apologize
Any adult?
to both of us.
Adult.
I will not apologize to the father of your bastard son.
Kay,
John is not lost.
he certainly is not. David and I were married when John was born, and as far as the church's concerned, we are still legally married. But you know what, Kay? I don't have time to get into this right now with you, because it is Thanksgiving, and we have a house full of guests out there that I'm supposed to be entertaining, so do me a favor and straighten up.
Girl,
And
go
stop
ahead.
causing me so much grief.
I love Kay just not reacting at all.
She's over it.
She's gonna, I think she's gonna kill them.
away.
And-
Get out of my way, okay?
No. We are gonna have a little talk.
About what?
About the way you treat your mother.
Oh, you mean your wife?
Yes, my wife.
I'm sorry, excuse me for laughing, David. But who do you really think you're kidding?
What are you talking about?
Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
That's my girl.
I love it.
Killing it. I'm sorry.
I love it because he's such a little shit. And the thought of him like being like, I'm an authority figure. I'm a male adult authority figure, and her just being like, no, you're not. I just love it.
Okay, so let's unpack that. First of all, when Grace is like, I will not let you disrespect any adult.
Any adult. Like, really, Mom? Yeah. I don't know how to articulate why that's so fucking annoying, but I know my mom never would have said that to me because she always was like, if adults make you feel uncomfortable like this, you can say no. You like, things like that.
That's a quick way that's the quickest way to turn your kid into a victim.
Yes.
That is the quickest way to turn your kid into a victim. Trust all adults, respect all adults, do everything that any adult tells you to do.
Any adult, that's their only requirement to have morality is that they're this high.
So that's stupid.
Yes.
I mean, I definitely grew up with the idea or tradition, I guess. I don't know what the best word for it is, but of respecting your elders, right?
Yeah.
So there is that portion of it. I guess I can give Grace that portion.
In my life, taking care of me.
Yeah, but like David is also a random man in her house, right? Like he's not her father. He's put his hands on her more than once.
He also kidnapped her mom at one point. It's just dude, I don't like you and I don't have to like you. So you can't yell at me for not being nice to you.
Yeah. So the charade aside, he's done enough to warrant Kay not trusting him and not respecting him.
Yeah, totally.
In my opinion. And so then my favorite part of that whole thing was when my favorite part was when she says to David, who the hell do you think you are, David?
Yeah, it's like, yes.
And that was like one of those moments I was like, God, I feel like Sam would have really enjoyed seeing that whole exchange.
Yes. I would love watching him and Kay combine forces to get rid of David. That would be wonderful.
Me too, but she's mad at her. She's mad at her mom.
Yeah.
She thinks she kind of deserves this.
She wants that to happen. You're right. But she doesn't want David to know that he can't talk to her at all about anything because she will blackmail him if he does anything.
She knows exactly what's going on.
It is admirable is what I was trying to say.
And I'm so glad they brought it back. Kay, yes. Everything about her in that scene was fantastic. And like you said, I would love to see her and Sam kind of join forces to like shit on David, but it won't happen because Kay is using this whole thing to her advantage right now, or to what she thinks is her advantage. So moving on, it's nearly dinner time. So before dinner time, Everyone expresses what they are thankful for, which I want to put a pin in this real quick and note that later on when we talk about Theresa and her Thanksgiving at the mansion, at one point she was like, I want to do my family tradition. It's a really important Lopez Fitzgerald family tradition to go around the table and say what we're all thankful for. Bitch, that's everybody's tradition.
Right. It's kind of like her with the marshmallow, like the hot chocolate that her mom made that was so special, and she just described how people make hot chocolate.
Yeah, I think the special ingredient was cinnamon, and it's like,
it's like, yeah, that's pretty much all of our special ingredient. I mean, or something like that. Simple.
Yeah. Now, if you were talking garlic powder, maybe I would be like, oh wow, that's really different.
Yes. Even though it's so obvious, salt would be interesting.
Salt would be good. Salt. I bet that exists. Salted hot chocolate.
Yeah.
I bet that's so good. I said all that to say.
Yeah.
They all did the Lopez Fitzgerald tradition and went around and said what they're thankful for. Kay notably says, Kay notably says, I suppose I'm thankful for my ever expanding family.
I
was like, okay, girl, zing.
Yeah.
She zinged you.
I was surprised her mom didn't like slap her or something for saying that. Because the sarcasm was thick.
Yeah, but she's not wrong, right? Like, they have added so many people.
No, like everyone that is supposed to be like the nice ones, and Kay's like the really mean one. But I feel when I'm watching it that Kay seems like the one I'm sympathetic towards, and everyone seems to be ganging up and bullying her through like toxic niceness. Like they're like, well, you have to be nice, right? And it's just like, she's not feeling good. Like, leave her alone.
It is actually insane.
They're the bad guys in that situation. And Kay.
It is actually insane how well they make me root for Kay when Kay is objectively bad.
She's doing like that like you'd hate her for, but it's like, but they suck though, right? Somehow
everybody else is worse than her, right? Like somehow, but she's doing like objectively terrible things, particularly when she pretended to be Charity and slept with Miguel. That was like a line that got crossed. That was really horrible. Mm-hmm. But I still can't stand Miguel. It's crazy. He's the victim.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the way they write it is like everybody's piling on Kay constantly.
He's always enabling that to happen. That's his friend, and he never ever doesn't enable bullying on her.
Yeah, that's true. So they go around, say what they're thankful for. Tabitha says, I'm thankful for all the time I spent with my precious little nephew, Timmy. I still miss him so much, but I'm sure wherever he is, he's bringing joy to all around him. I'm not going to lie, y'all. It brought a tear to my eye.
Their whole relationship touches my heart, for real.
And seeing Tabitha mourn, and we'll talk about it more in Magic, but seeing Tabitha mourn Timmy during this holiday season is just very gut-wrenching.
Made her into a better person, and now he's gone, and she's a better person still, but it's like the thing that did it is gone, and she's, I don't know, left with that.
So at this point, Cecil and Connie are like running all over this house. Nobody notices, which is crazy. Yeah. But they sabotage Grace's meal. They sabotage the food by like over salting and adding different spices.
Bobby and all this crap. Yeah.
Yeah. Adding different spices and salting everything like to a crazy point. And so Sam and Grace go to the kitchen. The food looks good, but as we will find out, it's disgusting.
It probably was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, but they ruined it. Sam and Grace go to the kitchen to like get everything to serve to everybody. And at this point, they actually share a very nice moment. Sam comes in, he's like, wow, it smells really good in here. You outdid yourself, Grace. And she says, well, I just hope everything tastes as good as it smells. He says it'll be fantastic. And she says, I just want everything to be really great today. After everything that everybody's been through, I just want it to be perfect. And Sam tells her it will be. You're a wonderful cook and a wonderful mother and the best wife a man could ever hope for. And it was sweet. I like these two. Unfortunately, Ivy and David have done what they have done, but I will maintain that Grace and Sam had a good marriage before this. Solid.
Were goals, 100%.
Yeah, but they had such a strong relationship, and I hate that
they're dorks on the same level. They have the same exact ideas about life. They want to be happy, and they know how to be happy together. It's adorable.
They share values, which is extremely important.
Yeah.
Sam and Ivy do not share values at all.
They just had to have that like chemistry or whatever.
Yeah, they just got some heat between them, but they don't share values. It's like Sam would never condone drugging somebody's child, right? All the things that Ivy has done is like
bullshit. Yeah,
they don't have the same values, but Grace would like never do those things, right? And so I do. Sorry to you, Karen, because I know Karen loves her some Sam and Ivy, but I do want to say that it is sad to see the Sam and Grace marriage really implode this way, because it was a very normal relationship in this very weird show.
Yeah.
And of course it couldn't last. Of course it couldn't last. We had to do something to shake things up, but yeah. So Sam's very lovely to Grace. They have a lovely moment. They take everything out for Thanksgiving. They serve up the food. Everybody starts eating and immediately spits it all out.
Yeah, that was a funny way they did that shot.
I don't think I took a clip of that. I wish I had. I had already taken so many clips, and I was like, but yeah, everybody spits it all out, and they're like, oh, yikes. This is a little too salty, but everybody's very kind about it. Like Eve at one point is because Grace is like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," and I feel bad. I felt so bad.
I felt so bad for Grace.
Have you ever cooked a Thanksgiving meal for a bunch of people?
I've had meals go wrong that I was cooking for a lot of people, not Thanksgiving. Yeah.
I've had Friendsgiving at my place a few times, and I've done like the whole thing, or like me and Laura would share it, but there would be a lot that we had to do, right? And God, it's so much work. It's so much work, and to get to the meal part, and it's inedible.
Yeah.
I would take to my bed for days. Everybody go home. Thanksgiving is canceled. I'm ordering a pizza and getting in the bed.
Yeah, everyone's like, don't talk to LeTara. Don't go in there. She needs her space.
Don't go in there for many reasons.
Yeah.
You will get a contact high, because I would have to get so high.
Definitely.
I would have to obliterate myself straight up and pass out, because no, it's so much work, and for it to be inedible, I felt bad for Grace. But everybody's very kind about it, particularly Eve, because Grace starts to have like a little bit of a meltdown.
Yes.
And Eve's like, honey, it's okay. It's just one meal. Like everything's going to be fine.
Liz was helpful, even though it was totally for not the right reasons, but she did jump in and help.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's trying to like help salvage the day for
so
Grace.
Sad. They all feel bad for her. Yes.
Yeah.
And they want to eat, I think. And they want to eat.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like, let's get this fixed. Let's do this.
That's another thing. Tensions run very high on Thanksgiving when it's time to eat, because
you save yourself for the thing. By
the time it's time to eat, everybody's starving, right? And so it's like, can we just eat already? But everybody's trying to comfort her. Eve says something very kind to her, and Grace snaps. She says, oh, Eve, that's easy for you to say, but being a wife and a mother and a homemaker is my life. I mean, she says, would you be so cavalier if you just ruined one patient? Oh, that's what it was. Eve was like, it's just one dinner. and she's like, would you be so cavalier if you just ruined one patient? She does fairly quickly apologize.
I wrote that down. I can't find it right now, but I wrote that down because it was hilarious. Like, as comparing like what she was having happen, which is a bad meal. And then it's like, her fucking up on the surgeon's table and murdering a person. And like, it's the same. And it's like, it's not. I won't tell you that now because you're very upset, but that's the same. like at all. Pressure is different.
Yeah, Grace.
Just let that one go.
Also, yikes. Being a wife and a mother and a homemaker is my life.
The way she said it, it was like she was like, "Don't you see how sad that is?" Like she was, and us as viewers are like, "Yeah, we didn't know if you knew, but yeah."
God, but she's a business owner. I don't know why she said that. She owns the B&B. She owns her knick-knack shop or whatever.
She said being a wife and a mother. She didn't say anything about the business.
No, she said being a wife and a mother and a homemaker is my life. But she's a business owner too. She owns a B&B. She doesn't ever work there. She's got Jessica slaving away over there. But
she also like donates all her time for charity and crap.
Yeah, she's got other things going on, but fine. This is Grace's breakdown. Like I said, if it had happened to me, I would be inconsolable.
I've had worse of breakdown, so I can't judge.
Yeah, I would be utterly inconsolable.
Yeah. Like, no.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about how ridiculous I would act.
I made my head picturing myself, and it is hilarious. And yes.
Oh, I would be so up. So
just like how pathetic it would be. Like, just I'm picturing my family looking at each other when I can't see them, being like,
yeah. No, exactly. So Grace does quickly apologize to Eve for snapping, and then she runs off. She's crying, saying, I can't do anything right. And she runs in there. Kay takes this moment to let a little bit of her resentment towards her mom and Charity and John seep out. She says that she talks about how Grace gave Charity her room and that she puts everyone else before her. I don't know why she started saying this. I don't know where this came from, but it's just, Kay's just constantly like crying for help and nobody is listening to her.
Yeah, everyone's just like, we're really sorry you feel that way, Kay. And then they just don't change their behavior at all.
Yeah.
Because she is so annoying and whiny, so they'd never take it seriously. But I do think these are really hurtful things for her that should be taken seriously.
Yeah, I agree.
Normally she is so annoying, so I'm sure they're just like, we're used to writing her off and getting her to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So Grace runs to the kitchen and Sam goes after her. David tries to go and Eve stops.
That was great. I love Eve for that.
I loved her for that, for sure.
I think that it's so nice, but she was like, if they needed us, they would call us, right? Like,
because she knows it. Because Eve knows exactly what's going on. She knows what's going on with David. Yes. So she's doing her friend a solid, even though she did fake the DNA test results. So maybe she's just trying to make up for that in little ways.
Right.
But she stops him. She's like, they don't need us. If they need us, they'll call us.
Right.
And so in the kitchen, Grace vents to Sam about how she feels like everything's falling apart. She can't do anything right. Sam comforts her, and then they reconcile a little bit because they've been at each other's throats. And so it's nice. And y'all have seen that. You saw the clip of like them arguing. And then they had a nice little moment in the kitchen. And so it was nice to see this. Sam tells her it's only one dinner and it didn't turn out. It won't change people's lives. I'm sorry. It won't change people's opinion of you. Everyone still loves you. And she says, I just feel so awful. I mean, I ruined Thanksgiving dinner and I snapped at Eve. I'm always at Kay's throat and our marriage is in shambles. Yes, girls, you have made a wreck of your life.
Yeah.
You have, but you can fix this.
Yes.
And Grace says, I just feel like my whole life is coming apart and I don't know what's wrong with me. And he says, I think you're suffering from the same thing I am. I miss my spouse, whom I love with all my heart. And then Grace is like, you miss me? Yes, girl, this man has been pining for you. Are you serious?
He only had to say it 500 times for her to believe him.
This man has been pining for you. You are the problem. You are the reason y'all haven't been together.
Yeah. Yeah, she is so annoying sometimes.
And so Sam says, of course I do. Look, all I want is for us to be together, happy again, like we used to be. I'm sorry what you heard upset you. He's talking about last night. But I wasn't saying that I want to be with Ivy now. I was just saying back then, if I'd known she was pregnant, I would have done the right thing. I would have married her and helped her raise Ethan. And Grace is like, yeah, you are a good and noble man. But Sam, hearing that almost killed me. I mean, to think that our life together almost didn't happen. First of all, as Brandy says, everybody knows almost doesn't count. Almost doesn't count.
No, because it did end up happening. And that's a miracle. You should think of it that way. And,
yeah, you should count yourself lucky and that grateful that it didn't work out the way that it could have worked out.
Yes, it was supposed to work out. It worked out different and you lucked out.
Yeah. And so she says, it almost killed me. Hearing that almost killed you, hyperbolic much?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So she calls him a good and noble man. Hearing that almost killed me, which is a crazy thing to say. Whatever. Sorry, just keep going. He says to her, but I did meet you and I fell in love with you and you and our kids are my world, not Ivy. And so she's like, so I don't have to worry about you sneaking off to rendezvous with Ivy in the middle of the night? Sam says, no, you don't have to worry about me stepping out with Ivy. If I was going to rendezvous with a beautiful woman, it'd be you, not Ivy. And then they go, I love you. I love you too. I love you more. They get very lovey-dovey.
Yes.
And it was cute. I thought it was sweet. I really liked it.
I want them to be together, so I did think it was cute too.
Of course, Ivy gets wind she cannot let this stand, right? So they come back to the party. David calls Ivy and tells her, one, I think Kay knows and is on to us. And she blows him off. She's like, how could she possibly know? Who's going to know? How would they know? Right? Like she blows him off.
Yep.
Then he tells her that Sam and Grace are getting back to getting close again. And she dashes right over. She's like, I can't let that stand. So she shows up and she has Sam's watch. Inexplicable. I don't know why.
You have to just take a moment. The way she came in that door on the wheelchair.
Hilarious.
And she was like, boom, and just was in there, deep in the room in a second. It was hilarious.
It was insane. It was cartoonish, actually.
It was cartoonish.
It went ding dong. Sam opens the door. He says, Ivy. He says, Ivy. And she says nothing to him.
Yeah.
And just zooms past him.
And in the room.
Yeah, she speeds right past him to say, Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I came with Sam's watch. Sam, you left your watch when you were with me at the wharf last night. And of course, this upsets Grace. She's like, oh, you were with Ivy? Because she didn't realize.
Yeah.
What?
It went right back to step one. She's instantly mad at him on the same level as she was before the fight, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, no, you're absolutely right. She reverts back. So, she's upset because she didn't realize that Sam and Ivy had seen each other last night. Although Sam did not seek her out, Ivy just showed up on the wharf, right?
Right.
So, Sam insists Grace is not what it looks like. Grace isn't buying it. He turns to Ivy and is like, Ivy, thank you for returning my watch. I'll see you to your car now. And then Grace is like, no, Sam, she came all this way. She did the right thing. She did such a good thing to bring back your watch. We should invite her to, it was stupid. We should invite her to stay for dessert and a drink. And girl, what are you trying to prove? Like I talked about earlier, it's like you are doing this to your own detriment. It's not I guess you're trying to hurt Sam, but it doesn't hurt. I don't think it hurts Sam as much as it hurts you. You're hurting. It's cutting off your nose to spite your face.
But it's I heard you say on a podcast about it that it's kind of she wants this situation. She doesn't want to solve it. So it's like she kind of keeps doing things that make it keep happening. Like, you know what I mean?
I just had a thought when you said that. Going back to what she just said earlier about how her life, she's a wife and a mother and a homemaker, and that's her whole life. Maybe she did need some. She wants this to keep her life spiced up, right? It's something interesting in her life.
Right.
Kind of like, you know how like some rich women shoplift just for the thrill.
Yeah, because it's not about that you can't afford it. It's about the thrill. Yeah.
Yeah, just for the thrill. So maybe that's what's going on with Grace. She's just like trying to live on the edge.
Like if I don't know. If she let it go and believed him, it was no big deal in the wharf or whatever, then like there wouldn't be a problem. But her like keeping her there, like staying for dinner, I don't know, getting angry, it makes the problem continue. It seems like she really wants to make the problem continue because she likes it.
Yeah. Okay, so this is kind of magic, but because it involves all of our married couples, I'm going to put it in to troubled marriages. The house begins to shake because Cecil and Connie are like beating on a random beam in the basement, and that causes this entire house. Like, I'm sorry, maybe Sam didn't do such a good job on this house, because why is the structural integrity of this house contingent upon this one beam that seems to be diagonally placed on the floor against the ceiling? I don't understand it.
If one of those things got like screwed up, it would take a while of living on top of that screwed up thing for it to actually fall like that. It doesn't instantly just like, I don't know. I actually can't say that for sure. I've never been in that situation.
I can only assume that you can't just hit one beam and your house falls down. I can only assume.
How hilarious is it when Sam is like, to Ivy?
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure that wasn't necessary. And then also David is like, tries to like put her in his like boob.
So we are going to watch the clip of this like earthquake thing that happens. I don't know. The sound might be a little funky, a little wonky. Actually, where is that clip? Oh, here it is. The sound might be a little wonky. Just know that the room starts to shake. Then Charity gets a premonition. Sorry. I have so much phlegm. This clip actually picks up with, I believe, Jessica screaming, "Is the house being sucked to hell again?" And Liz goes, "What did she say?" And TC's like, "It's a long story. I'll tell you later." But I just thought that was the funniest thing. Is the house being sucked to hell again?
Yeah, the way she said it too, just like, it was hilarious. It's perfect.
Okay.
It's a campy show.
It's so good and bad. Okay, so we're gonna watch this clip. Here we go.
What is the house being sucked into hell again? Oh! What did she say?
I'll explain later.
Protecting evil. Evil's here. No.
Okay. Charity's having a premonition. She's walking down the aisle to Miguel, but then something bad happens. And then Ivy comes out and kisses Sam. If you're not watching.
No.
Grace saying, "Sam, no." Sam walks off with Ivy. Then Grace and David start to kiss. And this is all happening at Charity's wedding.
You're being pulled away from me.
Even
I can't
TC.
help it. I'm powerless against it. Don't leave me. Please don't leave me.
Grace, I just had a premonition. Your marriage with Sam is in jeopardy, and so is Coach and Dr. Russell. You're just so sad, but I only have 9. I think my marriage with Miguel means the end of your life with Sam.
The house is shaking. Grace sees Sam grab Ivy to protect her. And now David's helping.
He's like, he tried to like shove her into his armpit, like really trying to, under the sweater.
Yeah. So Fun clip, fun. So yeah, Charity has that weird premonition, and all the couples and marriages being destroyed and ripped apart.
And her trying to relay that message to Grace, like while the thing was happening, it's like you can't wait like a hot second for the house to stop shaking. Like it's like not the best time to bring your premonition up.
Right? Can we wait till we
it's like, okay,
out of mortal danger?
Might die. Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to move on to Magic. Do you have anything to add to the troubled marriages before we go to Magic?
No.
All right.
For troubled marriages, does that include TC and Eve?
Yeah.
Where are you going to talk about that?
I'm going to include them with Chad and Whitney because most of their stuff revolves around Chad and Whitney.
Okay, because I definitely want to talk about TC and what an asshole he was.
He sucks. Yeah,
we're gonna really, really rude.
We're gonna get into TC when we get into Chad and Whitney. I'm gonna get into his ass, much like he got into Whitney's. My God.
No, seriously, it's abusive. All right, let's do your thing though first. The other thing first.
Do your thing first. So we were picking up with Magic and what's going on with Tabitha and all of this stuff over here. So Tabitha is mourning the loss of Timmy, particularly during this holiday season, and she's drinking a martini and reflecting on her loss. And we get a little montage of her and Timmy and a little flashback of scenes of them together, and the dolls, Cecil and crackhead Connie. Laura called her crackhead Connie last week, and it cracked me up. So Cecil and crackhead Connie come out telling her like, hey, Tabitha, it's Thanksgiving. Aren't we supposed to be stuffing our faces and getting real full? Which is crazy because, well, I guess since they were in doll mode, it's not like they would have been able to eat. But I was like, earlier in the episodes, they're talking about how they want to eat so much, and then they ruin all the food. Yeah. So I don't know what these dolls fucking want. I get chaos, I guess. Yeah. But she tells them that she's not in the mood for celebrating. She certainly won't be cooking. And she just misses her Timmy too much. At this point, Jessica calls to invite her to dinner, to the Thanksgiving dinner. She declines. Connie and Cecil object. They're like, no, we should go. You should go. We should go. You should take us over there. We should have a good time. We should. Yeah. Think of how much, I think at one point they're like, think of how much mischief we could cause if we went over there. And Tabitha's like, no, I don't want to go. But later on, they decide we're going to make her go. So they call Jessica back and impersonate Tabitha and says they will be there for dinner, or it says that Tabitha will be there for dinner. And so then they make out. These are two horny ass dolls. So then they make out and they explain to Tabitha, hey, we called the Russells and told them you were coming to dinner. And she's like, no, I didn't want to go. Why would you do that? I'm still not going. Call them right back and tell them I'm not coming. And then they make the biggest leap of all leaps to force her to go, which is that if she doesn't go, it'll be suspicious. And then they're going to burn her at the stake as a witch because she neglected to go to a Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, that happens.
And they were like, and so we'll just go to your witch burning instead. And that makes her say, fine, I'll go, because she really
harder than that. I'm surprised that's all it took.
Well, one thing we do know about Tabitha is she does think that this town will burn her because they've done it before.
Yeah. So she has some PTSD surrounding that.
They've done it before, so she thinks they will do it again, which maybe they will. I want to say,
do they? Yeah.
I want to say this is slightly off topic, but I had a moment this week. Everybody knows that man got shot. We're not going to really talk about that. However, there was an article. I can't remember who it was. The Cut, maybe. I can't remember. But apparently this publication paid some Etsy witches. Did you see this? Pay Etsy witches to curse Charlie Kirk. And they put out the article like a few days before he got shot, right? And then they put out later on, they amended it saying like, we didn't do this to get him killed, obviously, right? Like
joking about getting him killed.
But I had a thought. I was like, with the amount of anti-intellectualism going on right now, I would not be surprised if that sparked like the beginnings of us moving towards witch trials again. Like
basically being like they created it, the thing happening through like wanting it to be so, spelling it to
right.
be so.
Well, and the hexes weren't like death hexes. It was like make
Bad
it very,
times come on him.
yeah, basically it was like make his life very inconvenient, right? Like
yeah.
They weren't death hexes, but still
they're looking for excuses to come for so many populations, and like witchy people are, one of their favorites. They don't like that. So
and they can, and much like the original witch trials, it's very easy to just call anybody a witch.
Yeah, of course, because everyone is connected to the weirdness of this world. So
yeah. So I don't know. That's just a little thought I had this week because I also do feel like we are on the verge of the new dark ages. Like everybody, we have so much
for a little bit.
What?
I think we've been in it for a little bit.
I think we're not quite to the dark ages yet because we have so much technology and information. But I think all it takes is one bad virus to fuck up the data centers where we store all the information that's on the internet. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, we have our books, but people are burning books. It wouldn't take that long from where we are now to get to we've lost all of the information we had gained and all of the knowledge that we have gained up to now. This is just my musings.
I would love to talk to you about stuff like that, like off the podcast, because that is all I think about. So
yeah, but I think we're poised to not necessarily in our lifetimes, but very soon in the scheme of the universe, be back to the dark ages. We don't know anything. Nobody knows anything. And we've completely fucked everything up again.
Yeah.
So anyway, said all that to say, Tabitha's afraid of being burned at the stake.
Who wouldn't be?
Again, I wouldn't put it past where we are now. That type of brutality is becoming like what people are saying. Oh, we should do that again, right? So anyway, back to my fantasy story. Yeah,
that's exactly my survival technique, is like escapism. I'm just gonna
get me out of here.
Yeah,
get me out of here. Okay, so Tabitha reluctantly agrees to go to Thanksgiving at the Bennett's. On their way over, Fred the florist is coming by, and Cecil attacks him and steals his flowers so that they can take them as a gift to the Bennetts. Fred the florist. So he had a short little moment, and they gave him a name. I don't know. Fine. So Connie, oh my God, Connie and Cecil sing this creepy Thanksgiving song.
Oh,
and it goes over the river and through the woods to Grace Bennett's house we go. The witch knows the way to manipulate Kay, so she'll act like a nasty hoe. Ho! Over the river and through the woods, the boys in the basement glow. They'll sharpen their knives and destroy some lives. Poor Charity's blood will flow.
I wrote that down too, because that's so good.
I just loved it. So she'll act like a nasty hoe.
That one, and then I like when she said how the boys in the basement glow. Like it's like, I don't know. I kind of like the boys in the basement. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
I mean, they're minding
their business. They're hanging out. They're doing what they're doing down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They stay out of my way, but whatever. Okay.
So Tabitha goes over to the Bennett home with her dolls in tow. Now, of course, reminder, she doesn't want to be there. These dolls made her go. So she's carrying them. She's not, it's so, and it's interesting, the choice that has been made for Tabitha to treat these dolls with such disdain
After
comparison to how,
exactly,
in comparison to how she used to treat her Timmy doll. And so she's like carrying these dolls in like the least careful way possible. She comes in and I think it's Jessica's like, oh, Tabitha, would you like me to take your dolls and set them somewhere? And she's like, no need, throws them on the floor.
Yeah.
No need, darling, throws them on the floor.
I feel like Jessica was noticed that it was kind of mean.
Yeah, she's like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay, they're trash. Okay, got it.
At that point, Reese sees the dolls and he's like, this is the one that stole my dad's car, blah, blah, blah. These dolls are alive, blah, blah, blah. Jessica tells him, which, by the way, Jessica and Reese are maybe not fucking, but they're definitely doing something. Yeah.
Her lipstick is on his collar, so.
Yeah. They're definitely doing something.
Says he needs to readjust his meds.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jessica tells him like, no, you're just being ridiculous, and Tabitha's mourning, please leave her alone. So there's nothing comes of that, which is fine. So this is the point when Charity and Miguel show up for dinner, and Charity has a little conversation with Tabitha, and she says, I know this must be terribly hard for you to see everybody so happy when you're missing Timmy so much. And Tabitha says, to be honest with you, losing Timmy left a void in my life that can never be filled. And Charity says, well, please remember that his goodness lives on, and just try to take comfort in that. And then Tabitha puts her head against Charity's chest and listens to Timmy's heart. And again, I teared up.
I think I didn't tear up, but I felt like that. I felt the pull to tear up.
Yeah, I teared up. It was like,
they had such a sweet thing, and her love for him made her a better person. She learned how to love someone through loving Timmy, and it's just like,
it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I think for me, that coupled with the fact that he actually died, so Juliet Mills is actually mourning.
Yes.
Josh Ryan Evans.
Yes.
Yeah. She's mourning that scene partner that she had for the last 3 years.
I bet they had a good time together, because she's like a famous actress and he seemed like fun. I don't know. I bet it was fun working on this.
Yeah. Everybody says he was so sweet, right? And so, so anyway, yes, that happens. So Tabitha has like softened towards Charity. Remember, Tabitha's whole thing was that she needed to
kill her before.
Yeah, her whole thing was that she needed to kill Charity, and she can't bring herself to do it anymore because Timmy's heart is in Charity's body.
That's
that's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to do. So she feels like, no, I can't do it. At this point, Charity and Miguel announced that they're going to be getting married on Christmas Eve. There it is in my notes. They're going to be getting married on Christmas Eve. Tabitha then is like, oh, no, they can't get married. If they consummate the marriage, then Charity will gain her full magical power and destroy all evil. And she says, who said this? I think Tabitha says this. If Blondie and the Bod get hitched, they'll make love, and then she'll come into her full powers of goodness and we'll be wiped out. Kaput. That's what she says to the dolls. So just know that that's what's going on with Tabitha. She's going to have to grapple with, this is happening. What do I do about it? Right? We've already talked about how Kay has reacted to this, but this is when this happens. Kay's upset. Grace tries to make her congratulate them. She refuses. Sam asks her to do it for him, so she goes in and says, good luck. Good luck, Chuck. And then this is when Charity mentions that Kay's going to be the maid of honor. She's like, there's going to be such a beautiful wedding with you as my maid of honor, blah, blah, blah. Then Charity invites Jessica to be a bridesmaid. She's like, and it's weird to me that she asked Kay to be her maid of honor instead of Jessica.
Who's been her friend? Yeah.
Yeah, Jessica's like definitely been her friend, definitely been very supportive of her. I don't think there's never been a bad vibe from Jessica. But there's only been bad vibes from Kay. But
Charity seems to never ever pick them up. Like, I don't think she picks them up.
it's just odd to me because you are telling me that this girl who's supposed to be so in tune with the ethereal and have all of these premonitions, she knows the future. Basically, she can see the future and bad things, and can sense evil constantly.
Oh, you're right. It makes no sense. She should be the one person who could tell, who could be like, why do I feel evil when I'm with her? But
Yeah.
that's not happening. I don't know why.
You would think that at the very least she would be picking up the energy that Kay is putting down.
Which is not like hard to pick up. She's not being subtle at all.
No.
She might as well be holding a knife, being like,
She's not. And honestly, every time Kay tries to say something to Charity, people shut her down. This has been going on for in our like Passions Showtime, like a couple of days, but actually like since we've been watching it, months, where she's been trying to basically tell Charity that she slept with Miguel. And every time she starts to tell the truth, somebody shuts her down. And it's always like, Charity, I have something very important to tell you. And then she never gets to tell her. So it's like, yeah, can't you pick up what she's putting down?
Yeah.
Come on, girl. So, but anyway, Jessica is going to be a bridesmaid. Kay's going to be the maid of honor. This is when Grace pulls Kay to the side before she can say anything, puts her hand over her mouth like a psychopath, and they have that whole argument that we already played the clips of. And, but just reminder, they argue. Kay accuses Grace of being a terrible mother and loving Charity and everyone else more than her. We already talked about Cecil and Connie sabotaging the Thanksgiving meal. Again, so much of this is like crossover. So after everything with the meal settles down, right? There's all these, everybody's like, okay, fine. We're not gonna, I guess we're just not gonna eat. But if it were me, I'm on the phone like,
yes, dude.
Is your dinner ready? Because there's no food here.
Yeah.
I'm calling my other friends at this point.
Yeah.
But no, they're all hanging out. So everything settles down and Charity comes. Oh my God. Charity comes running in with a bridal magazine that she found upstairs. It's not like it was her bridal magazine that Kay was going through or anything like that.
Just as soon as she walked in and said, I found the bridal magazine, Kay, I was like, oh my God, she's going to try to steal all of her shit. And they're going to let her, and it's going to happen. So is that.
This really upset me. This really bothered me so bad. It's like one of those, the thing with Kay is that she suffers a lot of little indignities, a lot of small indignities that add up. It's like death by 1,000 cuts, right? So this was one of those things. So Charity comes running in. I found this bridal magazine upstairs. Kay must have bought it for us knowing that we were going to tell everyone we're engaged. And she happened to mark the perfect wedding gown.
Like, why would you think that, Charity?
Why would you think that?
Don't think she maybe found one she liked? Like, I don't know. It's just crazy.
And also if she found a wedding dress for you in a magazine, why wouldn't she have shown it to you?
When you're talking about dresses right before this happened.
Why wouldn't she have shown it to you before? Why wouldn't she have brought it to the hospital to show you? Like,
or you could just ask, is this something you want for yourself? Or you want
my gosh, yes, that's such a good point too. You could just ask, like, hey, why did you earmark this page? And so another thing that Charity does that annoys me, she then asks Grace if she could make it, if Grace can make this dress for her. Now, Grace is going through a lot. Now, I know I've been getting on Grace's case, but Grace has enough on her plate. Yeah. No, she can't make your dress. Like, why would you even ask her to make a wedding dress in a month?
Right.
In a month. It's Thanksgiving. She wants to get married on Christmas Eve. And so you're going to ask Grace to make you a wedding dress in a month that you saw in a bridal magazine? Like, it's not even just like some little slip dress.
Well, also, she said Kay was like, but you've been promising that I could wear your dress.
Well, that comes
That was a
later.
little- oh, it does?
Yeah, it comes later because right now, okay, so right now what happens is there's a dress that Kay wants, or I'm sorry, there's a dress that Charity has seen in this book that Kay has marked.
Right.
Charity asked Grace, like, do you think you could make this dress? Grace is like, yeah, I think I might be able to, whatever. Kay exclaims, no, that's my wedding dress. And Charity, in her very singularly annoying way, there's just something so irritating about her. She goes, oh, are you and Reese thinking about getting married? Is that why you marked the dress?
If someone said that shit intentionally, it would be so bitchy and mean. But she's saying it because she's dumb and doesn't think of it that way. But she's saying bitchy shit all the time.
I think that's part of it too. Is like, yeah, the delivery. Actually, even the delivery feels fucked up.
It's fucked up. It seems like a really smart, mean person saying shit to hurt people.
Yeah. Oh, are you and Reese getting married? Because I'm getting married.
Reese. Yeah.
Like,
Totally,
I think it also bothered me because I've been annoyed at people still bringing up Reese with Kay, which we've not seen them together for years.
Yeah. They just do it to be like, you're a loser too, Kay. I feel like that's the only reason they say it.
It's a deterrent. They do it to make the characters in the world believe that Kay and Reese are together, so therefore there's no way she's after Miguel, right? Some of the characters to believe that, Charity namely. But it's I hate it. I don't like it at all. But anyway, Kay says no, but all girls fantasize about their weddings. I just thought that dress was perfect for me. That's all. Everybody in this room is like, well, Jessica's like, well, who knows when you're going to get married, Kay? So by the time you get married, styles will probably have changed. So you should just let Charity have the dress. Grace, I can't even remember exactly what Grace said, but it definitely upset me. Grace says something to the effect of, like, what? Yeah, you should let her have the dress. She's been through so much, something like that. And then Miguel was the one that I hated the most. He says to her, Kay, it would be a real favor to me if you would let Charity have the dress. That would really mean a lot to me if you would let Charity.
Who cares, dude?
Miguel, shut your bitch ass up. Shut your bitch ass up before I blow this whole thing sky high. Yeah. He should have said shit. He should be terrified to talk to Kay.
He should be backing out of the room.
He should be terrified to talk to Kay. Now, I know, you and I know that Kay tricked him into sleeping with her, or some might call it a rape. And I would call it a rape.
I would too.
Yeah, I would call it a rape. And that is completely fucked up. It really is. It really is. However, unfortunately, in this show, first of all, in the show, they don't treat it that way. And second of all, Miguel believes that he slept with Kay. He just thought that he was sleeping with Charity, but he knows he slept with Kay, and he's been keeping that from Charity, right? He's still keeping that big secret from Charity. So he unfortunately for him, he is a victim, but he's also wrong.
Yeah.
And I just don't like the way he treats Kay. Also, since the time that they did sleep together, he's like made out with her. He's kissed her more than once at this point.
That he's not interested in her, like,
right? He says one thing and does another. They
always tangling it, so maybe she'll be there.
And so everyone successfully pressures Kay into giving in to what Charity wants, and she's like, fine, take the dress, whatever. And then Kay and Miguel have this little conversation where Miguel says, hey, Kay, thanks for giving in about the dress. It really means a lot to Charity. And Kay says, yeah, so I see. And I'm going to end up an old maid, so what does it matter, right? Kay, please, can't you just be happy for us, all right? We're going to be family. Kay says, Miguel, you know how I feel about you, okay? I wouldn't have slept with you if I didn't care. And Miguel says, can't we just be friends? And she's like, stop it. Just stop. I can't do this anymore. I do feel bad for her.
I do too. Like,
it's complicated.
She's doing it to herself because by engaging and keeping this going. But it's like, I do feel bad for her. That's a horrible feeling. I think I just know the feeling when a guy isn't into you and you're like, think you're in love with them. And they're just like, this girl's the one for me though. And I'm like, yeah, who hasn't been through that?
Yeah.
Like, why haven't?
It is what it is. It happens. It's a canon event, as the kids would say. So this is the point when Connie and Cecil, they sneak into the basement. They find these costumes. One was a pilgrim. One was a Native American. Cecil calls her his Pocahontas at one point. They sex each other up in these costumes. Julian and Rebecca would have appreciated it. This is porn they absolutely would watch.
Absolutely. Definitely right up his alley in particular.
Yeah. So there's an earthquake. This is when Connie and Cecil do the whole thing with the house, and they make the whole house shake. And so there's like basically what feels like an earthquake. And we already watched that clip. It's hilarious. Charity has her premonition, and everything's in danger. Everybody's marriages are in danger and relationships are in danger. So the next morning, we turned the day over so fast, which I was grateful for, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because we've already had like such a marathon day that could not keep us in the Thanksgiving day.
That day would seem boring too. It's like, no, can we end it?
The next morning, we roll over into the next morning, and the girls, I think it's Jessica, Simone, Kay, and Grace are all in one of these girls' rooms. I don't know whose room this is.
Yes.
But Kay is notably away from everybody else, like at the desk or some shit. And the other ladies are all on the bed talking about planning this wedding. And Charity seems a little distant, right? And Grace asks her, like, what's going on? And she tells her, that premonition I had is really messing with me. I believe that my wedding to Miguel will trigger the downfall of everybody else's relationships. I think it's going to destroy everybody else's relationship if Miguel and I get married.
Yeah.
I think I need to call off the wedding. She says, I think I'm going to call off the wedding. Grace tells her, no, honey, like they always do, negate her premonitions, which is interesting that Grace of all people is telling her it's not real.
Yeah, they both get gaslit out of their premonitions.
And it's like Grace knows, she knows how it feels to have these like very strong feelings. Like she was the one that knew that some crazy shit was going on at her house when the house was being sucked to hell, right? Yeah. Like she was the one that was like, no, we need to go home now. Like I need to go home now. And she got there in her house, the gates of hell were opened up in her fucking house.
Yeah, nothing you can do really at that point, but
yeah, she spoke a curse over Ivy to the point that the room was shaking, and then Ivy fell 50 feet and severed her spine. You're not realizing that like this is real somehow?
Yeah, I know people can't deal with it.
It's very annoying. But so Grace does the thing that everybody does to Charity, telling her that it's not real, don't worry about it, our premonitions aren't always right, you need to only worry about your happiness, concentrate on your happiness with Miguel. And then they go back to planning the wedding. Charity's like, you're right, I'm just being silly. And so they go back to planning the wedding, and sorry, where am I? Oh, Grace. They're looking at wedding dresses, and they're looking at the one that Charity wanted, and she's like, are you sure? Do you think you could do this? And Grace is like, yeah, I think. Oh, I just had a great idea. You can have my wedding dress. I can use my wedding dress as a base, and I'll cut it up and alter it and fix it and make this dress out of my wedding dress for you. It'll be such a special thing. It'll be like you have a piece of me going down the aisle, blah, blah, blah. Kay gets upset
And rightfully so.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so. When she first got upset, I was like, what's going on here? But she then has a conversation with Grace where she says to her, you gave away my wedding dress. You just gave Charity my wedding dress. You've been promising that to me since I was a child. And Grace says, sweetie, I completely forgot about that. I mean, it's been ages since we've talked about it. Besides, I thought you had your own designs for a gown on your big day. Talking about the gown she already gave, they already said that Charity could have. Yeah. And Kay says, oh, what, my dream dress? My dream date, cute. She says, oh, what, my dream dress that you also helped Charity steal from me? You got anything else you want to take from me today? Because honestly, I'm really getting used to feeling like your redheaded stepchild rather than your firstborn daughter. Yeah. Yeah.
You say that to me growing up all the time.
That you're a redheaded stepchild? Oh.
It's mean.
It is mean.
My hair was much redder when I was younger.
I bet it was cute.
As soon as I heard it, I was just like,
oh, I bet your red hair was cute. Flaming locks.
Not as cute as Timmy's.
No.
All right.
So Kay says, I'm used to feeling like your redheaded stepchild rather than your firstborn daughter. And Grace gets really nasty with her. She says, Kay, just stop it, all right?
She treats her like a redheaded stepchild. She is really mean to her and doesn't.
She does exactly what Kay says she does.
Yes.
Yeah. She says, I'm sorry I forgot about promising you my dress, but really giving your feelings for me these days, I'm surprised you'd want to be anywhere near it. And Kay says, what about your feelings for me, Mom? It's not just about the dress. That is just another example. Oh my God. Kay is communicating so fucking well. Yeah. Kay is communicating so well. She says, that is just another example of you favoring everyone else over me. If it wasn't Charity, I'm sure Jessica would be your favorite. Hell, Mom, it would be anyone but me. And I don't understand, Mom, how you can love your niece more than you love your own daughter. Grace comes back with, Charity is my dead sister's. This is classic narcissist fucking
manipulating, guilting.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with what she's about to say.
Charity's my dead sister's only child. You didn't even know your sister.
Yeah, you didn't know.
You don't even remember your sister. This bitch could be anybody, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, Charity's my dead sister's only child. She doesn't even have her own mother around to help her with her big day, and I'm not going to apologize for trying to play that role. Kay says, that's fine. Play any role you want to, Mom. Oh, yes, I love that. She said, but just don't try to be my mother anymore, because as far as I'm concerned, you stopped being that a long time ago. Where's my applause? Where's my applause? Yeah,
you have to get the sound that's like, wow. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Wow, yeah.
You have to get that.
There's several sounds I want to add to the board. I had a couple this week that I didn't get a chance to add.
Can I buy it for you and send it to you? Is that how it works?
You don't have to buy it. I just rip them off of YouTube sometimes.
Oh, you just record the sound. Okay.
Well, yeah,
whatever.
just
I in real life constantly want that sound to be playing. I want to do that with people.
The one that I'm going to add, I don't know if I should say this or if I should make it a surprise, but I'm gonna add Maury saying, the lie detector determined that was a lie, because
I love that. Yes, that was, because they fucking lie all the time, and it would be great to keep score.
Yeah, the lie determined detected. Oh my God.
Yeah, you're just saying.
I'm losing
it. Words they melt together and become new words.
Oh my God. The lie detector determined that was a lie. Anyway, oh my God. This is when Grace does this old tired line of where did I go wrong? Questioning where she went wrong as a parent. I have this clip.
Okay.
I have this clip because it was just
nonsense clip.
Classic Grace. Here we go.
Where did I go wrong?
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, I obviously made a mistake somewhere to raise a child who is so self-centered and mean-spirited.
I hear this,
No, that's
Mom.
too bad, Kay. Because where do you get off resenting your own cousin? She is just a sweet girl who lost her mother in the most tragic way.
Forgive me. I forgot Charity is next in line for sainthood after Mother Teresa. How do you think her canonization's gonna go, Mom, considering she stole my boyfriend?
Miguel was your friend.
He would have been my boyfriend, Mom, if she had not come along. Miguel told me that himself. And now, she has done something so much worse. She's even taken my mother.
Sweetheart, she hasn't.
Mom, it's okay. I'm actually doing all right on my own, you know? But you would have saved us both a lot of trouble if you'd have just abandoned me on a doorstep somewhere, right? I mean, that way, I never would have had to try to believe I was actually a valued member of this family.
Okay, you are valued. I love you.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Kay. Look, really, all I'm trying to do is make Charity's wedding day memorable. Okay? I mean, I would think you would do that, giving everything that she's lost.
What about what I've lost?
If you're talking about me, that's your own choice. Because I am here for you. Always have been, and I still am here for you, Kay.
Hey.
You know what? I don't have a lot of time to get Charity's dress together. So I'm going to do that.
I'm here for you, but I don't have time, so I'm going to go deal with this. Right? Like,
I'm here for you tomorrow. Yeah. That was like, yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I get where Grace is coming from. I really do. But your child has been, when I say Kay has been crying out for help and crying out to Grace for months at this point. And I don't mean months in like our time. I mean months. It might even be a year at least in Passion's time that Kay has been like acting out and telling her mom, you love Charity more than me and it upsets me. It's clear to me that you love Charity more than me and it upsets me. And Kay is communicating on a level that Grace does not have the capacity to communicate on.
Yeah.
She really is, because what Kay is communicating to her mother and has been communicating to her is the things you do and say to Charity are incongruent with us being equal in your eyes, right? The way you treat me and the way you treat her and your actions show me that you care about her more than you do about me, and it's hurting me. It's hurting my feelings. And regardless of what your reasons are, I, as your child, am telling you that that is how I feel. And you simply are refusing to listen to me and just calling me selfish.
Yeah. That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah. At the end of the day, Kay is a child. I mean, Grace knows that, evidenced by the fact that she told her not 10 minutes ago, I won't let you talk to any adult that way. And also that she wouldn't let her drink some wine. She's like, you're not old enough to drink wine. So she's a kid. She's a child. You know that she needs guidance, but you are never there for her when she needs you. And in fact, when she tried to confide in you about loving Miguel, you blew her off multiple times. And then when you finally got to have the conversation with her, you treated her like she had done something so horrible and wrong. You did not validate her in her love for Miguel. You told her that she was just infatuated. You're not in love with Miguel. You're just infatuated. That's not helpful.
No.
That's not helpful. It's invalidating her. And I'm sorry. Grace is, where's my button? This one. Not that one. God damn it.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
That button. She stinks. Oh god, she's so annoying.
To live.
She's so annoying. So yeah, they do all of that. I thought it was a great scene. I thought it was a really great scene. I will say, even though I don't like Grace, Dana Sparks does such a good job with Grace. You know, I don't like Grace, but I like Dana, the actress. I like what she does here.
I love that. Is that who plays Grace? You're saying? I forgot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I like that actress. She was really chill.
Yeah. She
clearly would agree with us on what we're saying right now. I think she would be like, yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, I think so. So Miguel sends Charity a rose. And on the note, it says that he will be sending her one rose every day until their wedding day. It's a countdown. And actually, every time I say countdown, I think of one thing and one thing only. Do you watch Bob's Burgers?
Yeah. Yes.
There's an episode, I believe in season 1, with the cow, Melissa.
Yeah.
And the Randy, which is my brother's name, but the documentary guy named Randy, he says, okay, Melissa's set to be turned into meat at this date, and there's a clock that's counting down to the day when she's gonna be like slaughtered, right? And he says it's a cow down, and I think that every time it's a COW then with an N, T down, it's a cow down, and I think that every single time that's gonna get cut out of this episode, but I just had to say it.
No, I have things like that too. None are coming to mind right now, but things like that stick with you
every single time. I've seen that episode a million times. It's a cow down. So anyway, this is a cow down to their wedding day. And yeah, whatever. I guess it's cute. I guess.
It is cute. It is like, it's cute for the type of couple they are. It makes sense you'd do that.
Yeah. I just don't like them.
You'd love it.
Yeah.
So if it was doing it to me, I'd be like, I appreciate the effort. That's my vibe.
I would love it. I'd eat that up. Do you understand me? Like, I would love that, but I wouldn't love it too much. You know, if you know what I mean? Like, I would be suspicious of how nice it is.
Yeah. And also, if you're going to do something like that for me, like that's really thoughtful, make it like seem like tailored to me. It's like you know me really well. And then it means something to me.
Right. Like if you're sending me my favorite flower
and
not just a rose.
For that Valentine's Day episode that's not exciting on the same level, you know?
Yeah. So, anyway, he's sending her roses, whatever. Who cares? Well, these girls care. They're all talking about Miguel's so romantic. Oh, he's such a perfect guy. You and Miguel are going to make such a beautiful couple. I can't wait for your wedding day. Everybody's gushing about how great Miguel is and how wonderful these two people are going to be together when they get married.
Yeah.
Kay's struggling in the corner. Nobody notices. I mean, Grace can see it. Doesn't care. Jessica also doesn't care. You know what I mean? And it's one thing for your sister whom you have, like they don't have the best relationship. So
they don't.
So, you know, I can give Jessica a pass on not having too much sympathy for Kay.
Having no sympathy for Kay is mean.
It's neglectful, actually.
Yeah, I think it is too. It's like your daughter's going through something that is distressing her. That's when you swoop in and mother, and that's kind of your whole thing.
Honestly, I blame Grace. I'm going to say right now, I blame Grace for every bad thing that Kay ever does.
I think, hey, yeah, was she a little shit? Yeah, but kids are sometimes at that age. And it's like that you don't take steps away from them because they're being weirdo kids and not living up to your grace expectations.
Yeah. So Kay's struggling. It all is what it is. At this point, Simone comes over to talk to her, seeing that she is struggling. So Simone comes over to her and she tells her, Kay says, I'm actually thinking about telling Charity that me and Miguel slept together. And Simone says, no, you shouldn't do that because all it will accomplish is that Miguel will hate you. Right. Well, is that all it will accomplish? It'll stop this wedding, maybe. I mean, it might stop this wedding, but it also would be a good thing to just come out, I feel like, at this point. Because Miguel is lying. And at the end of the day, I am a girl's girl and he has cheated on his girlfriend more than once.
Like obligated to tell them this happened. Like you have to. Whatever happens then is for them, but you should tell.
They've been kissing. And you know what? The sleeping together aside, because it was an assault, sleeping together aside, the last thing that happened was they were naked in a shower together and they were about to have sex again. And this time he was fully in control of his faculties. He knew exactly what he was doing. Right. And the only reason he stopped is because Charity came in and he thought he could hear Charity in the hallway and he thought he might get caught. So he left.
Right.
But he was about to do it. He was making out with her, naked bodies thrusting up against one another.
Not under a spell. He knew it was Kay.
He knew it was Kay. Yes.
Oh yeah. So that's definitely like tell her.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I would love to do that.
To tell.
I'd be running to do it.
Oh yeah. So Simone tells Kay, it won't bring Miguel back to you. He'll hate you. He only loves Charity. If I were you, I would just get used to the fact that Miguel and Charity are going to be together forever. And then Kay says, Simone, I just thought I had more time. Everything happened so fast. And she's crying at this point. And Simone says, it wouldn't matter, Kay. Miguel loves Charity. And even if you had a lifetime, he still wouldn't marry you. The sheer fucking irony. Coming from Simone of all fucking people.
Yes. Yeah. It's like,
wrecked, Simone.
She's the most sad, delusional one of the bunches. Like her problem is the saddest.
Girl, get wrecked. Because what are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you actually talking about? If I were you, well, you kind of are me. You are in my exact position.
Yeah, but a little weird.
But worse, because Miguel actually told me that he would have been with me if Charity hadn't come to town. Chad doesn't even like you.
Like, I hate to tell you this, but you're actually kind of like molesting him more than dating him. Like, it's so like you actually are really weirding him out. I would love to tell that to her if I were Whitney.
And so that upset me. And keep a pin in keep that in the back of y'all's minds, because I think we're about to go to Chad and Whitney. Is that coming up right now? Did I say that was coming up after Magic? I have to go all the way back to the top of these notes to find out. Yes, Chad and Whitney. We're going on the Chad and great.
Yeah.
So we can talk about what is going on with Simone. So great. This is perfect. And in this will include like TC and Eve, the Liz stuff. There's not much going on in the way of like their marriage. Excuse me. There's not going on in the way of like their marriage, but there's a lot of
TC's marriage is not looking good. It's looking like I want Eve to like pack a bag and leave in the dead of the night. I just think he seems like a controlling, abusive, horrible man, and I want her to get her daughters and her out of there. But that's the vibe I'm getting.
Horrible. I can't stand this man. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and get my button ready. I see where it is. It's right there. All right.
That was scaring me watching it because he wouldn't stop. And it was like they were all just tiptoeing around everything. And if they fucked it up just a little and brought up the wrong topic, he would just go right into it again. And it's just like, can you not embarrass her? Like, please, you're being really abusive right now.
Yeah, no, he was like salivating. He was salivating to like humiliate her.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So let's pick up with what's going on with Whitney, Chad, Whitney, TC, all of these people. A reminder that Whitney has a big turnus. Oh my God. A reminder that Whitney has a big tennis match today. And Kay and Simone drugged her last night.
Yes.
Just remember that. Kay and Simone drugged her last night so that she would be groggy today, so that she would play poorly and she would lose. It works. Let me just say, spoiler alert, it works. So, she's groggy before the match. TC starts out berating her, right? Like, we haven't even seen her play yet, and he's like, damn it, Whitney, wake up. You have to be in top form if you're gonna beat this girl today. And she says, no, I'm okay, Daddy. And he says, no, you're not okay. I had to drag you out of bed this morning. I knew you were up too late last night. He walks away. Chad comes over to Whitney and apologizes to her for keeping her up late, because they were at the studio dropping some tracks, making some beats between their legs.
Not till too late, though. She really wasn't out that late. Like, she was a little late, but they made it sound like till 3 or 4. And
truthfully, I'm not sure what time it was. That night was so incredibly long. That night was so long. And there was times where I was like, is it 3 a.m.? Is it 4 a.m.? Is the sun coming up yet? Right? Like, I was like, how have we gotten this much? How has this much shit happened in one day?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So, anyway, Chad apologizes for keeping her up late. Whitney says, it's not your fault. I wanted to spend time with you. And she says, it's fine. I'm going to do fine today. And then I'll prove to my dad that I can balance tennis and dating you, and everything's going to be fine. Meanwhile, Simone and Kay discuss the fact that they drugged Whitney and to sabotage the match, and that Kay has another portion of this plan that they have yet to begin, So they haven't set that portion of the plan in motion yet. Eve shows up, Liz following closely behind. Eve's like reminiscing about, oh man, this place brings back so many memories of Whitney when she was a young girl. And Liz just talks to her, makes some more threats about, I'm gonna ruin your life. Oh, you're never gonna go hang on to those good memories, because you're never gonna have a good memory ever again after I'm done with you.
I would just be like, go tell everyone, okay? You're gonna look like a freak, and I don't even care. It's not worth this. Get away from me.
True, honestly, it's particularly because, in my opinion, Eve's secret, quote, secret, is just trauma. Like, it's not.
Yes, that she did drugs. It's like, then so have I. I mean, I've had shit like that. It's like not a big deal. A lot of people in college struggle with that age and whatever. Teenagers go through shit.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's anything that anyone would be ashamed of for her, except for TC, because he's crazy.
And the only caveat that I can understand for her to be so upset is that she had a relationship with Julian. She knows that is the portion of it that's really, really, really gonna eat TC up. Like, that might actually make him murder her children and Julian.
Yeah, that's the tent in the beginning, episodes. That was like the thing that they were hinting was the murder for him. It was going to be Julian.
Yeah, that he was going to murder somebody. And so I do understand just that portion of her wanting to keep it a secret. But at this point, in my opinion, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Like, if your husband can't love you because you had a boyfriend before.
Yes. If you have to hide things so the person you're with will still love you, then you're living a lie and they don't love you. Because if the lie is still there and they just don't know about it, I don't know. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying it.
I do know what you're saying. And yes, their marriage is built on a lie. Their marriage is built on a huge lie. And then on top of that, the fact that you can't be honest with your husband about something so major that happened to you, is
he should be helping her through it. Your husband should be helping you through trauma, especially of that nature.
And the fact that she feels like he's going to hate her, and she might be right.
Yeah.
That she feels like he would hate her if he found out that she used to be Julian's girlfriend.
Right.
And, but like I said, if your husband can't handle the fact that you had a boyfriend before him and y'all slept together and did things that people in love do, or people not in love, people just together do, then he's a piece of shit and you shouldn't be with him.
Yeah, he has emotional problems that he's not going to be a good mate at all.
And my thing is, TC hates Julian, yes. But wouldn't it almost be like kind of a coup for him that he ended up with Eve and Julian has been pining for Eve, right? Like, girl, right? Like, I took your woman.
Yes. And she hates you. And she, like, loves having sex with me. She thinks it's way better than it was.
Exactly. Yes, it would be, like, perfect for her to be like, yeah, you're way better than Julian. Then he can use that.
Christmas cards, like romantic Christmas cards to him. You guys together? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Eat shit, Julian, right?
Yeah, she has to present that to Julian, not Julian, to TC in the exact right way, and then he'd take that.
TC's too stupid. He's too stupid. He's too dense, and he's far too volatile. He won't think. He is very impulsive. Yeah. And that makes him dangerous, to be honest. His anger issues coupled with his impulsiveness, and his inability to think, his complete inability to form thoughts, makes him extremely dangerous.
Yeah, totally.
So anyway, moving on, because Lord, I'm not even halfway through. We've been talking about this for so long. So everybody gathers to watch Whitney play. Whitney begins her match against Kimberly Poe, whatever. She's off to a slow start and it doesn't go well. The match doesn't go well. I wrote Whitney wipes out because in the episode they do a compilation of Whitney doing poorly to the song Wipeout, which I thought was so funny. So here's that clip.
Yes.
I thought it was so, I don't know. I was cracking up. Okay, here it goes.
Her life is being ruined to that song.
It was so funny to me.
Game Miss Poe.
Come on, honey. You're giving away this game.
I know, Daddy. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna come back.
Sweetheart, don't let her dictate the pace of this game. You could beat her if you set the pace with your speed.
I know.
Well, sweetheart, if you know, then do it, damn it. I mean, we have worked too hard for this. Don't give away this match.
I just thought that was so funny.
That with Whitney's face at the end there is perfect. Poor Whitney, Jesus.
Poor Whitney. She wipes out. She didn't do a good job. I thought it was funny because I don't think we've ever seen Whitney actually play a match. We early on, we saw her on the tennis court. We saw her in tennis clothes. We saw her with a racket. We've never actually seen her play. And they've made such a big deal about how she's such a great player. And the first time we ever see her play, she's shit.
Well, it was because she was drugged. I'm sure she's much better.
I'm sure she's much better.
But actually though, I'm sure she's not. I would love to see them like do a tennis game for us when she hadn't been drugged, because I don't doubt that she's just a very regular tennis player.
Yeah, I feel like too, I feel like that actress, Brooke, I don't know how well she plays tennis, if she had ever played tennis before. But I feel like that was like, if you're an actress who's never played tennis and your first scene to play tennis is that you have to be terrible, is like great. Like you don't have to learn anything.
Thank God.
You just have to be bad at it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Whitney wipes out. Match does not go well. She loses the match. I'm about to give y'all back-to-back clips because TC goes off. He humiliates her, berates and humiliates her.
TC.
No, it's horrible. Actually, we're gonna have three. So I have this one, then I have the one I just played, and then I have two more. So we're gonna get into this clip.
You don't have a right to say anything the way that you play, young lady.
You're right, Daddy. I'm sorry.
What is it, huh? Have I been wasting my time all these years as your coach? I don't have to tell you, Whitney, you played terrible today. It's all been a waste. Everything that I've worked for, everything your grandfather's worked for, has all been for nothing.
Jesus. Okay, so go for it.
I love to see as Chad like they're seeing it. It's nice to have a witness who sees it and sees exactly how fucked up it is.
I also want to say, I'm so glad you brought Chad up. Throughout all of this, it is so funny to me. Chad's just kind of like in the background looking guilty, right? Because it's kind of his fault in his mind, right? He doesn't know she's been drugged or whatever. And so everything's being blamed on the fact that she was out all night. She was late. And yeah. And it's so funny.
What?
That he's standing there guilty. Like I think it's the next clip. I think it's actually the next clip where he's literally standing like right next to TC or really close to him, and he just looks guilty as fucking sin.
That's something that they've been doing since Chad first showed up, is like that TC's like gonna blow. He's like angry about boys, and then like Chad's in the background just being like but then it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's just he's always there just knowing that he could be murdered if he says just the wrong thing. It's going to be so stressful.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Just knowing that he could be murdered. And TC has tried to murder him on more than one occasion at this point.
Yeah. I'm glad that Eve likes him now. That was such a weird thing in the beginning episode.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Thank goodness. Eve is getting better. These episodes, I like what's going on with Eve, to be honest. So
me too. I've been liking Eve a lot.
The very next clip I'm about to play. Oh, actually, before we get into the clip, I want to talk about the last clip where he's like berating her, saying like everything I've worked for, everything your grandfather worked for, whom she's never met. She does not know that man. He was dead before she was born.
Yeah,
everything.
Either of them anything.
What a crazy amount of guilt to lay on your child. Also, Whitney's a grown woman. I can't believe she
creepy and controlling. It's creepy.
Yeah, I don't like the way that he treats her. Like she's honestly, it's worse than how you would treat a child. It's far worse than how you would treat a child.
And it's abuse. It's like creepy in like how Britney Spears' dad was creepy. Like,
exactly.
It's like, I'll kill you if you don't do what I want you to do. He wouldn't, but it's just like a weird vibe like that.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree. TC is just.
What do you think she should do? I think Whitney and Chad should run away together. I think that's
well, and they had that plan. They were going to, and Whitney backed out. They were going to go to New York,
live near him, and have a relationship with Chad work out. I don't know.
Yeah, I personally think Whitney should be in college. She's a grown woman who's a tennis pro. Like, get yourself a tennis scholarship and go to school. Get your education, baby. This sports shit is not going to work.
Not gonna work.
Yeah, I don't know why they're pushing this on her so hard and not sending her to college. She's a grown woman. Like, she's 19, 20. Like, she should be in school, not whatever this is. You know?
Yeah. Certain families will do that. They'll try to control their kids as long as they allow them.
She's very much under TC's thumb for sure.
Is disgusting. It makes that kind of shit makes me really angry. It's one of my, I don't know what to call it. Like, it'll make me Hulk out like the fastest.
Yeah. No, I get it. It triggers you. It triggers me. I'm very much triggered by it. Okay, so he is just laying into her, and Eve comes over to try to diffuse the situation, and I loved what she did here. Because, and I do have the clip.
She's so calm, but also so like, do not fuck with me. But
it's so good. It's so good. And I think it really demonstrates what I've been saying about Eve, which is that she definitely has the capacity to be the villain, right? Like she really does. And you know what? We'll just watch the clip. I do love what she does here.
But also a villain that's doing bad things for good reason. Like, my favorite kind.
Say it again. A villain that's what?
I just think this shows a strength where it's like, she wouldn't be a bad villain. She could be a really badass, like Robin Hood kind of villain.
I actually agree with you. I feel like they do such a disservice to Eve's character by making her out to be this saint when she really could be a prolific villain.
Because then it's weird when she does like evil like shots and people and stuff, and it's like, but she was a saint, and it's like, no, what if she's just like a calculating, willing to do anything like for the better, for the greater good, or whatever.
Which is what she is, you know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know that it's for the better or for the greater good. It's typically to cover her own ass. But
it's in her world, it's for the greater her world good.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So during the course of TC's like just dressing down, haranguing of this young lady, Kay says, okay, here we go. So she basically hints to Simone, this is the next part of the plan, right? And while TC is like laying into Whitney, and he's like, oh, what were you doing last night? What's so important that you had to be out while you should have been resting and in putting your tennis career at stake? And Kay interjects, and teasingly, at least seemingly, it seems like she's teasing, right, to everybody else. We know exactly what's going on, but she teases, I bet she was out with her secret boyfriend. I bet Whitney's got a secret boyfriend.
I think that will just send him off. Like, that's the trigger.
Yeah, so that is the setup for this clip. That's the setup for this clip. Here we go.
Okay.
Is that why you played so badly today? Because you were out last night with some boy?
Sweetheart, why don't you get yourself something to drink? I want to talk to your father for a minute. Okay. There's going to be other matches.
Not if she plays like she did today.
I think she feels bad enough, TC. She doesn't need her father yelling at her in front of the whole world.
Damn it, I'm her coach!
Jesus. Well, I'm her mother, and I want you to stop it. So come on, sweetie. Get yourself something to drink. Everything's gonna be just fine.
What did I tell you? Whitney's gonna be so grounded, she won't even have time to say hello to Chad.
Eve, I'm not finished talking to Whitney.
Oh, honey, I think that you've said enough. You've humiliated her in front of everyone.
Well, good. Maybe next time she'll try harder.
How is she gonna try harder, TC? You have her out on the court every morning at 5:30 a.m.
Well, damn it, maybe I'll get out here at 4.
You know what? There's just no use trying to talk to you when you get like this. So I'm just gonna call Grace and see if I can bring something for Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, I really loved that scene. I also loved
Me too.
Eve's little get up with the beret and the matching sweater.
Almost everything Eve wears I like. And then also just I love that her strength, the strength that she exudes in that scene and in others too. I just like, I'll get behind any woman that's strong like that. Like, I'll do whatever they want.
It is such a stark contrast to the way Grace is treating Kay, right?
Yes.
It's because what is going on with Eve is she's trying to protect her daughter. Now, do I think that the best way for her to protect her daughter is to divorce this man and never see him again? Yes. But that's not what she's doing. She's doing the best she can with what she got. And she's protecting her daughter from this man. And she didn't step in soon enough. I think it should have happened sooner, but I think she also knew TC has to get some of it out.
Yes. Also, if you step in too soon, you kind of hope maybe if I don't step in, it'll stop soon. Like you're like, how is he going to do this? And then
maybe this will dissipate.
Yeah. And then when Kay needs her mom, she gaslights her and is like, I don't know, pitting her up against men who can yell at her. Like it's like instead of stopping them,
she let David yell.
Like David, hey, talk to her. Like it's like I don't think that they should talk. I don't think she likes him. I don't think she trusts him. Like why would they go in a room alone and talk?
Yeah, and David's not even her father. Like
they just met like a week ago.
Eve has chosen her daughter and said, I'm going to protect my daughter against my husband, right? Like I need to step in and be the mother here and protect my daughter who can't protect herself.
Yes.
Yeah. So, oh, poor Whitney. I really felt so bad for her.
I kept saying poor Whitney the whole time. I said it about someone else, but poor Whitney was mostly, I think, the one.
If they drug Whitney one more time, I quit.
Weird that they did it twice. Yeah, it's like, can you stop? That was also something that really bothered me is that she doesn't know she was drugged. No one will ever really tell her. She'll never know that happened to her.
I think she might. I hope it comes out. Maybe somebody can tell us if that comes up again.
Not knowing that it wasn't her fault bothers me. Like I want her to know that was not her fault. She didn't do anything wrong. Like it's
At one point, she makes a comment that made me think this is going to come up again. She makes a comment to Kay and Simone where she says, yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know why I'm so groggy. Like, if I didn't know any better, I think I was drugged.
And she said it in a way where she was like seeing how they would react to it. She was like, it was almost like I had been drugged. And they're like, oh no.
Yeah, so I do wonder if that will come up again. I don't know. I don't remember.
Thought about it at all. She'll remember the chalky drink that they both brought in, being like, fuck this. It's like
that nasty ass milk.
Yeah, I have one idea of who might have done it. Yes.
Yeah. So, unfortunately. So, all of that happens. Simone feels guilty, but not guilty enough to stop harassing her sister. Not guilty enough to stop sabotaging her sister. Kay tells her, I know you feel guilty, but if you want to get Chad, you need to stick to the plan. And she's like, okay, it's fine, I guess. I just hate seeing my sister get so upset, blah, 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 whatever, girl. You don't give a fuck. You don't care. You don't care about your sister.
Really doesn't.
She does not give a fuck about her sister at all. So after the match and everything, and after Eve puts a stop to TC berating Whitney, Liz saunters in and says to him, she like plays like the supportive friend, like, I see how awful this must be for you, TC. For him, he didn't play that damn match. He didn't have to lose. He didn't have to be berated by his father in front of everybody, humiliated by his father, made to be belittled and made to feel like scum on the bottom of somebody's shoe in front of everybody by their own father. What do you mean how awful it is for him? He didn't have to go through anything.
That's someone enabling like someone like that, you know? And it's like those women that bolster up the patriarchy to be a part of it.
She says, I know how hard you've worked for Whitney's success. Whitney's the one doing the hard work.
You're just yelling at her all the time. That's what you're doing. She's the one that's out there doing the tennis. You can't even play tennis anymore, TC. Your leg broke.
Oh, shots fired. Wait a minute. Yeah, you can't even play tennis. Your knee all fucked up. Go get your knee checked out. Let your wife help you.
And then that would be the thing that would piss him off the most. You saying that, he'd be like, I never will.
Yeah, no.
He like won't let her help him with that.
He refuses. So yeah, she cozies up to him, and TC says, well, damn it, at least somebody understands what I'm going through. Excuse me? At least somebody. It is like the classic, like, man meets mistress who makes him feel alive and makes him feel like, you know, seen and heard, even though he has nothing of substance to say or to be heard, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. They make them feel very smart and important, and like their wives are horrible, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So, anyway, she makes him feel special, and he says, at least somebody understands what I'm going through. Ooh. Get some therapy, TC. It's interesting because TC is allegedly the grief counselor at the hospital, and I will never be letting that go. I will not let that go.
You're sending letters, you're concerned. You're like, he shouldn't be in that position.
He absolutely should not be in that position. He is not capable of being in that position.
Like, you know what? Just go out and beat the shit out of him, and he'll feel better.
Exactly. What kind of advice is he giving people? Because if anything, TC, and I've said this before, TC is struggling with his own grief over the death of his father and the loss of his tennis career, and he has not gotten over it.
Yeah, clearly.
So what business does he have counseling anybody? He can't even regulate his own emotions.
Those that cannot do, teach.
I don't know. I don't agree with that, but I
don't.
But I don't know what he can't do. He definitely can't do. That's for sure. So anyway, Liz tells him, oh, sorry, she says this to herself because he says, at least somebody understands what I'm going through. I just don't know why my own wife can't understand what I'm going through. Ugh, yuck. Wait.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah. I just can't understand why my own wife doesn't understand what I'm going through. What are you going through? Right. What exactly are you going through?
He's going through like his daughter losing a tennis match and maybe dating a boy. Like, it's like you're having meltdown over tiny little things that happen to a lot of men all the time, and you're not handling it well.
Yeah, so I'm disgusted by TC, but what else is new?
Yeah.
So she cozies up to him. They flirt. She says, "Oh, I wish I had a great tennis coach like you. Maybe I could have been a great tennis star." And she picks up a racket and starts kind of like pretending to swing it. And then he's like, "No, you silly, stupid woman. You can't swing it like that. You have to swing it like this." And he like goes behind her and does like the classic, like, guiding her hands how she should swing it, and like, you have to move your hips when you do it, and it's like disgusting. What's his wife's name? Eve watches. She sees that happening. Liz gives her kind of a sly smile, evil smile, like, yeah, girl, I got your man. So she's trying to basically seduce TC. TC's so fucking dense. He doesn't. I know that he doesn't realize that she's coming on to him.
The vision that Charity had during the earthquake, like, he was getting pulled away, and she was like, "Don't," like, what's her name? Eve was like, "Don't leave me," and he was like, "I'm powerless against it." And it's like, he really is like that. She set her sights on him, and it just seems so easy to just make him come to her. He's powerless against it. It's like, no, you're not. Stop. Like, he's just going into the seduction willingly, and he has no power to stop himself.
Yeah, he seems to not know what's going on. Like, that's what it seems like. And so
emotions make sense. They make sense to you, TC.
Ugh, God, I can't stand him. So Whitney's very upset. She has a conversation with Chad. She feels like she's ruined everything, not only her tennis career and her relationship with her father, but also her relationship with Chad and the idea or the prospect of them being together in the future. And Chad tries to reassure her, but she's like overwhelmed and she walks away. And I wrote in my notes, Simone feels guilty, but not guilty enough. That is what I wrote. And then this is when they all go to the Bennetts for Thanksgiving. At Thanksgiving dinner, TC continues to like be nasty to Whitney.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's like we're at a holiday party.
Are you gonna hit me or something here? Like that's the vibe.
Yeah.
Like the vibe is like if she's not perfectly nice, he might hit her. Like
he was like, you played like a complete amateur today. You were so terrible, and I can't believe you are wasting my time. Am I wasting my time on you, Whitney? I can't stand him. I can't stand him. Whitney apologized. I'm sorry, Daddy. I don't know why I was so tired.
I hated watching her apologize so much.
Groveling for her father's affection.
When she was totally did nothing wrong.
Oh, God. And listen, I grew up with an angry father. My dad had very bad anger issues. I'm not going to dive into it. I'm really not going to. But long story short, to this day, the sound of my dad's voice, if it's too loud if he's just, even if he's not angry, if the volume is too high, my heart rate goes up. I start to shake. I get very nervous. I feel like I can't relax.
What do you do when that happens? When that gets triggered?
I just pretend like it's not happening.
Okay.
Until it calms down, or I try to find another room where I can't hear it as much, or like I love my dad. We have a good relationship now. But when I was growing up, when I was a kid, he was just very, very, very angry. I'm not going to say that he was necessarily to the thing about TC is that he never gets to the point where he's hitting these kids. But like my dad would get mad and then he would like hit us. Right.
No. Yeah,
and
that's so scary.
And so then and I want to be clear. It was like so heavily normalized that to this day, I know for a fact, like a lot of that was very fucked up, but I still can't really, I really have a very hard time kind of like
being like that. It was abuse or whatever.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I probably should be talking to a therapist about it. But
you will when the time's right. I feel like that's always good to do when the time's right.
Yeah, for sure. So one day I shall unpack all that. I just laid it all out there on this podcast. I'll probably cut it out. Maybe not though. We'll see. Important conversations happening here on Passion Podcast.
Yeah, see how it sounds.
Yeah. Okay. So, he just at the Bennett home is just continuing to
make little remarks that she'll hear, and then like it's just okay.
Yeah, he's harassing her at this point.
Yeah, basically for failing him.
Yeah. So yeah, she apologizes to him. Wonders why she was so tired. She's like, I did come in late, but it wasn't that late, and I went right to bed. I shouldn't have been so sleepy.
No one's being like, was she drugged? No, it sucks because she's basically saying, I feel like I was drugged, and everyone's like, you weren't though. So
especially since she was has already been drugged before.
Also, when you feel drugged, like there's a distinct feeling where you're like, I passed out randomly in a weird position, and the next day I feel like I'm dead. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I would consider it if I were her. I wouldn't just ponder it for a second.
Yeah, but she pondered and moved on very quickly.
Yeah.
TC is still like thinking of this idea that maybe she was out with a boy, late night with a boy. She's a grown woman.
Right. Yeah.
So Whitney and Chad meet up outside and they share a private moment together. Simone and Kay are watching from the window inside and can hear everything that they say. Although Simone has such selective hearing because all she can ever hear is what Whitney says, and she never hears Chad. Somehow she never hears Chad saying, like, I love you, Whitney. I want to be with you, Whitney. She never hears that.
Did hear it and was just that crazy. She really can't hear it.
I don't know. I don't know if she can. I think she can is ignoring it.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's just like, not in her body for those moments.
Yeah. And so Chad and Whitney are having a conversation where they discuss the match, and Chad tells her he's sorry. He says he feels like it's his fault for keeping her out so late. And she says, I don't blame you. I could have gone home earlier. I just didn't want to. And then he encourages her saying, one day we will be able to be together without worrying about your father or Simone. Like, he's saying that to her. But Simone, in her jealousy and anger, all she can see, she says, look at her. It makes me so mad when I see her falling all over him like that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And maybe she couldn't hear. I thought, and maybe I misunderstood.
Yeah.
I thought they could hear what was going on. But maybe because they were in it was a window. Because they were in the window, they were inside. So maybe
they're responding to the body language, which was also easy to read. So it's like clear they're flirting, kind of.
Yeah, and look at her; she's falling all over him like that. Like, whatever. So TC comes storming through the house looking for his victim to continue victimizing her.
Yeah.
Where the hell is Whitney? Where is Whitney? And so the girls say, "Oh, I think she's outside." And yeah, because Kay was like, oh, if he catches her with Chad, then maybe that'll even be even worse for her, right? Oh my God. So TC comes storming out of the house. He says, Whitney, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing outside in the dark with your sister's boyfriend? What are you trying to do? Get sick? Oh my God, get fucked.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Get fucked, TC. What are you trying to do? Get sick? Leave this girl alone. She's trying to get away from you.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm disgusted. I'm so disgusted because imagine if somebody treated TC like that. And I wonder if his father was like that. I don't think he was.
Yeah, but I wonder though, because he did tell his son he was dying of a broken heart. That's pretty manipulative.
That was dramatic of him.
He fucked up that match. I am dying of a broken heart.
That is true. At least TC's not dying. He's not laying his death at Whitney's feet for losing.
I could totally see him being the type of dad that would start limping around when she missed the match, being like, I'm okay. My heart's not broken yet, though.
Yeah, just my leg, just parts of my body. You're killing me, Whitney.
It's okay.
You have to win or I'll die. Do you want me to die like my father?
That's the drama level on the show. That's like really normal shit they say. Like, with what's happening with Brian. I refuse to call him Antonio, by the way.
Okay, I respect it.
Brian and Brian, like that just reminded me of him. You joking about a person being weird. I was like, oh, that's just like Brian. Just like Brian's weird ass. Yeah.
Okay, so he comes outside. She apologizes, like, oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry, Daddy. She says that so much in these episodes.
It's horrible. Fawning, like so he won't yell at her. It's just
fawning. Yep, exactly. And so then Liz comes out and covers for Whitney. She says that she sent her outside to get her purse that she left in the car. And so this diffuses the situation basically. And Whitney thanks her. Whitney thanks Liz for covering for her. And Liz says to her, I understand. I know what it's like to not be able to be with the love of your life. I know what it's like, you know. And although it's interesting because Liz sees herself as the Whitney in this scenario, but she really is the Simone in all scenarios.
Who's Liz again?
Liz, Liz is Eve's
Wait,
sister.
no. I got it. So you said
Oh, Liz is Simone. Liz is the Simone in all scenarios and not the Whitney, but she sees herself as the Whitney, right?
Oh,
Like,
yes,
yeah,
totally.
because Whitney is the one that the man is actually in love with. Whitney is the man that is the one, right? And Simone is the one who gets fucked over. But
and thinks that maybe the guy might like her one day, but he doesn't.
yeah, and Simone, and like, so it's so interesting to me how much Liz sympathizes with Whitney over Simone, knowing what's going on here, right?
Yep.
I don't know. It's interesting to
I
me.
know, but it does make sense though, because Liz is crazy. She's right now plotting to like become their mother. Like she's the kind of crazy where she steals a baby, puts it in a carriage, and is like, "This is my baby." Like I don't know.
Yeah. Liz is crazy.
Logic doesn't have anything to do with what she's doing.
Liz is nuts, people. So, so the next day we turn over the day and also I want to say that Liz says she understands and will support Whitney with and that she will help Simone deal with the truth later on. Will help Simone like work through once all the truth come out. So, okay, girl. It was nice. Like Liz is a nice lady, except when it comes to Eve.
I think the fact that her intentions aren't great makes it kind of take away from the niceness of what she's doing. But women doing that for other women, seeing someone get berated and diverting the energy over here so she can escape, like that's 101 stuff we do. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say, Liz's intentions as they pertain to Eve, sure, they're very bad. But I think she genuinely, because she met those girls before she realized that they were Eve's daughters. Yeah. And she immediately felt a connection to Whitney specifically, right? She immediately was like, wow, you're such a special girl, and anything I can do to help you, I'm going to do it, right? And so I think she really does genuinely care about both of them. I think she obviously cares more about Whitney than she does Simone, but I do think that she genuinely cares about those girls, with the exception, and she has said as much. She has said as much because Eve brings this up to her. I think she brought it up to her last week, where Liz makes a comment about how great her daughters are, and Eve's like, well, you're gonna blow their lives up. You're going to hurt them when you expose me. And Liz is like, that's unfortunate. She's like, that it's unfortunate that your choices are going to lead to them being hurt, right? But she does care about them. So.
Yeah, she does. Yep.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be her kids. Like that's where she's coming from. She's like, and you'll be my daughters, and I'll move into your house and marry your dad.
Yeah, she's gonna zip herself up inside of an Eve suit.
Yep. Show up for work.
Walking around in Eve's skin. Yeah, start doing surgeries.
That's what I was doing. I'm picturing doing the surgery.
Start giving out sedatives all around town.
You want a sedative or something to quiet your nerves?
So
what's that from?
That's Eve. I'll play it again. Let me see if I can turn it up.
You want a sedative or something to quiet your nerves?
Oh, she sounds so crazy.
You want a sedative or something to quiet your nerves?
Or something to quiet your nerves.
She just loves pushing drugs. She's a real pusher.
You know, that would be great. I do want Adderall. That would be great if I could get some of that.
Anyway, I can't say the same. I did not care for Adderall.
Didn't it help?
When I was on it? No, it did not. No, I didn't care for it.
Really just wanted to do some folding. I have laundry that's getting out of hand, and I feel like I could do some good work with it.
You know what I took the other day? I did shrooms for the first time, and that shit, I was like, oh, is this ADHD medicine? Because I was locked the fuck in.
Yes.
Locked in.
So I'm going to tell you something that I don't always tell everyone, but I'm autistic and I take shrooms sometimes. They completely yeah, it's like it makes all your problems kind of smooth out or something like
I
that.
literally was like, is this how other people's brains work all the time?
I don't think so. I think it's I don't have like any alternative theory, but I don't think most neurotypical people are like thinking the way shrooms make your brain think.
I was locked the fuck in. I just was like, oh yeah, I could do anything today.
It takes away anxieties and it takes away bad programming that makes it hard to function. So in that way, you're feeling more human, you're feeling more comfortable, and then I don't know. But anyone who seems interested, I'm like, take shrooms. They'll like totally change your life.
Yeah, I'm a believer now.
Yeah, especially if you do little microdoses and do it like in a spiritual way, you're not like partying.
That's what we did. We did micro doses, and we were like together, and we did like watercolors, and we're talking, and like, you know,
perfect. Yeah,
it was beautiful. Perfect. It was such a nice. It was so nice, but
that kind of stuff is good for when the world is like this. Like it's like when you can't fix this, you can work on this. The brain. Whatever.
Very true. All right, so let's wrap this bitch up. We're so close to the end of this first half. So, where am I in my notes? Whitney thanks Liz, blah blah blah. Okay, the next day. We turn over the day. Whitney goes over to the mansion to tell Theresa, bring Theresa up on the news, what's going on. And we haven't talked about what's going on with Theresa, but we will get there. So she visits Theresa, tells her all about what happened. She lost the tournament. It's going to ruin her plans with Chad. She explains the plan that she had for her and Chad. And then Whitney tells her, like, I don't know why I felt groggy. I'm not sure what was going on. Again, she says it a few times, which is why I think it's going to come up again.
Yeah.
They didn't just let it slide. Like, she keeps saying something was off, and I don't know why. I can't understand why.
No, you're right. They wouldn't keep saying that. They would say it once just to like imply that she really felt weird, but her bringing it up multiple times, you're right.
Yeah. So I really truly hope that does come back up. And so she says, I think this means that I'm worried that this means that Chad and I can't be together. Theresa reassures her in her very Theresa type of way, right? Like, you can't give up on love, Whitney. And she just encourages her. And then Whitney does find out that Theresa and Ethan have broken up again, and that they did not get engaged, and everything's going sideways for her. And she says, well, and then she finds out about, which we will talk about too, what's going on with Sheridan and Louise. And she says, if couples like you and Ethan and Sheridan and Louise can't be together, there's no hope for Chad and I should just give up. And again, Theresa tells her, no, you have to believe in love again. And then she says, and listen, I'm not done. I'm not finished yet. I haven't given up yet. So you should.
How could anyone think she would be? Yeah, Teresa's not going to stop till someone kills her.
Till somebody kills her. I'm wearing my lovable lunatic shirt today. The old school one.
Lovable lunatic. Look at that one. The one over here where she's angry is.
Yeah, I can't sell this shirt anymore. But it got flagged for copyright infringement. So this is the last one in existence, I think. This is like the only one in existence. And that's like, it's like, what if someone else, like, what if I made them and it wasn't affiliated with you, and then they could tag me, but I'd have a bunch of shirts out? Well, I mean, you could make one. Like, if I could find a way to make one, but using the seller that I use, like the drop shipper that I use, they flagged it. So.
Ooh.
Yeah, it made it out a few times. I think there's like 3 or 4 of these that I bought one, and then like I think like 3 other people bought one, and so we are a small but mighty group.
Look at my screensaver on my phone.
That's on one of my shirts. I wear it all the time. Sammy and Tabitha.
Yes,
I love that picture. Okay, so I think that's pretty much the end of part 1, people. That's it for this episode. Do you have anything to add, Jessica, before we wrap this half up? All right. Where can the people find you?
Fairfolk Trade on Instagram. And that's pretty much it. I've really tried to like erase myself from social media.
Gotcha. I will link that in the description below. And you can find me on the Patreon, patreon.com/passionspodcast. Sign up for whatever tier you find most agreeable. Also,
music.
What'd you say?
Music.
Yes, go buy my music, people.
It's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, go check out my music. It's streaming everywhere, but if you really want to support me, go over to passionspodcast.com and you can buy it on the website. It's on the main page. You just hit music and you can just buy it. So if you want to do that, I will love you forever. Actually, I think that's such a beautiful way to like support people. I wish I had known that was a possibility when I first put the music out in the first place, but I didn't know that I could put that on that website. What'd you say?
You'll know it for next time.
Yeah, for next time. I'll know for next time. But yeah, folks, that's it. So with that, you are my passion for life.